Alright, we're on.
Actually, I'm playing a very stupid game.
No?
Tomorrow's win.
Ah.
So I'm gonna do the eat physically light trick again.
Would you mind... Would you mind checking real quick?
And give me a slice of cake, because cake weighs nothing.
On the, Twitch channel?
And also I have cake.
And I guess make sure the bridge is up.
Ready for scratch?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Cool. Thank you. Also, I should have my chat monitor. Probably.
Blizzard? Why did you agree to that? Because you always say it. The conclusion of Heaven's Sword. Heaven's Ward? Who's Galvus? Is he from Galveston?
Galvus is the Emperor.
Ah. Is the Emperor's capital Galveston?
No.
Okay. So he's not one of those emperors that names everything after himself.
No.
Alex! That's right. Alex, they're pretty good. Named way too many times after himself. I think you're some in the US, which is weird.
Well, I mean, you know.
To my knowledge, he was never here.
No, he wasn't. Hey.
Oh.
Hey.
There he is.
Alright, so, hello Internet. It is 8:04 p.m. on Tuesday, January 22nd, 2019. Welcome to the 14th Legion.
The season finale.
Yeah, kinda. Except it... Hopefully it'll be less than a season before we're back.
I mean, I'm not making you suffer to wait on the Stormblood story through this. Like, once Evan's Ward's done, I'm giving you freedom.
Oh, okay. Well, cool. I'm almost definitely going to plow through then.
Yes. I felt super bad to make you hold off that long. That's why I want to do this now. Get this done.
No, it's
Wait,
cool.
you
Hold it off because of you?
I mean, we kept trying.
It was like a few weeks passed since completing my animas, but I used that time to like do more crafting stuff, play mahjong, do the Hildebrand and Briardian quests.
So, in other words, it's not like... He wasn't responsible for you taking 3 years to get through the Heaven's Request.
No.
No.
Although
what really happened?
Although streaming is part of the reason I still haven't gotten through Wings of the Goddess.
Yep.
Good luck with that. I ain't going back.
Say what?
I ain't going back to that.
Where do you pay my subscription? I'll go wherever you want.
Anyway, the point is, we would have been done already, but then Anne was like, I have to finish all my relic weapons first. So I was like, okay, fine, we'll wait. And then by the time he was done, it was like, this is so bad timing. We can't do it.
Please do not attempt that in 11, by the way.
No.
No, do not.
Not until at the very earliest after we finish everything.
Like, remember,
I don't care how easy they made it. You're not allowed to do that.
You'll be streaming Revenge of Dynamis Part 2. More Dynamis.
Yeah,
Even
no,
as easy as it is now, it still takes like a year
Mm-hmm.
Per relic.
per relic. Yeah.
Like, whoa, tablet, what are you doing?
surfing and derping.
Very much so.
I know my phone wanted to update Google, which means it's probably going to restart 38 times before it starts properly again.
Previously in Dragon Ball Z, you were supposed to go to the forest to check on what's going on at the wall.
Yes.
And then I
Let's
told
see.
you and then I told you this is where you should not progress, otherwise you're going down a spiral that never ends.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's time to slide that water slide.
Yep. So, yeah, previously, we were keeping tabs on the Griffin, who is an Alamegan revolutionary who is, who is rallying support for a counter-offensive against the Empire in hopes to, while the refugee forces would definitely not be enough to push back entirely, they're hoping to bring some conflict right on the borders of Gridania to draw the three nations into the fight.
4.
Ishgard is involved as well now.
4 nations, that's right.
It's a world war!
Well, it's not quite that big, but it's definitely a regional conflict. A very regional conflict.
At this point, I will call this a continental conflict.
Yeah. That's fair.
It's as much a world war as World War One was.
Well,
Most of Europe.
No, I feel like World War is where Stormblood goes.
Ah, yes. That's a good point.
yeah. Although, World War I also involved... Like, it was during the height of colonialism, so... While the countries themselves may have been... yeah, the countries themselves may have all been in Europe. There were places involved, like the Philippines. Because Spain.
Yeah.
And for some reason, that's the only
actually,
one I can
Spain
think of
didn't
off the top of
control
my
the
head.
Philippines at that time.
Say what?
They did from them during the Spanish-American War.
Oh. Huh.
It was one of our prizes when America was all like, hey, let's become an empire. That didn't last.
Meanwhile, the U.S. was a slow past to catch up.
Yeah. The fact is, we found ourselves at war with Spain, and it was not a very pleasant war for Spain. It didn't last very long, either. It kind of shocked everyone, because it was like, holy crap, this colonial power has risen up and not only taken on a European power, but kind of wiped the floor with it. I mean, it helped that we had freaking Teddy Roosevelt, the most manliest human being on the planet, joining the fight.
Yeah.
With his robots created by the power source of animals. Oh wait, that's the wrong mustache guy.
No,
No,
yeah,
Roosevelt's one of the
that's
laser firing
Robotnik.
bears.
Although he was based off of Roosevelt, you're right about that. I don't know why he was based off of Roosevelt. Did the creators just hate Roosevelt or something?
No, the whole point is that they tried to find a mascot for Sega, and there was like a contest in-house, and somebody just decided to submit something based off Roosevelt for whatever reason, and that one ended up being, and that one just ended up becoming, you know what, this is going to be the villain.
Contest for Sega. Submit the manliest human being on the planet.
He's shaped
Heck
like an
yeah.
egg. So manly.
Well, Robotnik not so much, but Roosevelt, oh my gosh.
Daniel, can you keep an eye on stream?
Egg.
Just making sure.
Oh yeah, with that weird thing that happened last time.
Yeah, for a second I saw some artifacts, so I'm kind of worried it's back.
I forgot about that.
Is Twitch having technical problems?
Last time we tried to stream 14, there were some really weird frame rate issues, and I am forgetting why, and I'm also forgetting if I ever resolved it.
Were you dropping frames?
I mean, so far it looks fine. It's just when I looked for a second, it was like, well, this is looking weird. But right now it looks fine.
Yeah,
We'll
it
see how-
does look fine.
We'll see how it goes when we're in the middle of the action, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd venture to say it
That
looks
is probably the
smooth.
best indicator.
Or maybe this is related on speed, so maybe you're not only allowed to only walk for the rest of the freaking stream, or no mounts either.
Well, no,
doubt
like I
speed
remember.
has anything to do with this.
I remember last time it was only I was only getting anything resembling a decent frame rate when XSplit had focus.
Right. I remember that. That was weird.
Yeah.
That's your problem. You're using XSplit.
Well, yes,
It's orbital
but
bowel syndrome like everybody else.
That's terrible.
Anyway.
Yes.
I
Anyway.
shall not keep waiting for so long. Alfredo's been waiting for months.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm just finishing up a quest right now. While we were talking, I was doing the level 63 minor quest.
That's fine, because he still have to some talking to do.
Yep.
We're not
Oh,
ready.
that's true.
So, cutscene time.
From all.
Ah, Adol, there you are. Come, Amarise's spire awaits. Amarise. The Alliance officers on the platform should be able to apprise us of any developments at the wall. Is that the one that we've been able to see forever but not actually get to?
Most likely, yes.
The one that's like just south of East Shroud?
Pretty much.
Cool. Fancy meeting the two of you here. We were about to set forth. Indeed. I was about to say 12 watch over you, but I doubt you have need of divine protection, even if you are venturing into enemy territory. Don't worry, Alphino. We'll have the griffin by the scruff of the neck before you know it. Do make up your mind, Ida. Nary a moment ago you seemed ready to shake the griffin by the hand rather than the neck. So which is it to be? 'Twould be best to decide
Correct.
before we enter into negotiations. Trust me, Papa Limo. I'll shake whatever needs shaking. The talking part I leave to you.
Oh, my.
I think I feel a headache coming on. Let's be on our way, shall we? Ah, some things never change. Well then, shall we make for the spire? Our Alliance friends will doubtless have news for us. Oh no, it's not the one that I was thinking of.
Wait, what's not the one you were thinking of?
The spire. Because the one that I was thinking of was this right over here.
I can't see what you're pointing at, but...
Well, I'm going on stream.
Oh.
Which, actually, to be fair, it looks like there ought to be a bridge there, but isn't. So maybe we're just going around.
I'd say try shaking both the hand and neck at the same time. Yeah, here's your best.
And then celebrate by shaking your booty.
Well, that's a hard motion to do, actually.
Oh, it's this one. Okay. Well, this is hardly a spire. It's more like just a platform.
It's like a fire watchtower.
Yeah, basically. Welcome, Warrior of Light. I assume you are here to speak with our commanding officers. You will find them on the observation platform. Pray proceed. Greetings, my friends. 'Tis good to see you both well. I was hoping you might turn up. I've dragged half the watch here, see, and the sight of you might help remind him why we bothered. If memory serves, I have not seen many of you since the day of the grand melee. Having borne the brunt of your blows, may I say what an honor it is to stand at your side. 'Tis heartening indeed to see the realm's most stalwart defenders thus gathered in common cause. Speaking of which, what news from the wall? All has been quiet. No, that was an explosion.
Never say that phrase.
Report? Report! What? Seven hells. Fighting has broken out on top of the wall. A full-scale assault. So the Griffin has made his move. Someone has. And what's that supposed to mean? The attackers, they're wearing Grand Company colors. Impossible! We gave no such order. Of course. The wall was never the Griffin's target. It was bait. We have been goaded into deploying our armies nearby, thus lending weight to this deception. If those uniforms were convincing enough to deceive my scouts, the Empire will surely think we've launched an offensive. This could mean war.
War!
Even so, this may yet be no more than a diversion. With the armies of the Alliance occupying the Empire's attention, it would be comparatively easy for the Griffin's supporters to slip into Alamigo. He could then incite a rebellion amongst the populace, which the Imperial reserves would be hard-pressed to contain. Eorzea, meanwhile, would be plunged into chaos. Adol, we must make for the wall at once. What, just the two of you? Our companions embarked on a mission to sway the Griffin from his course, and are likely halfway to his command post by now. They will emerge in the midst of a raging battle, and I do not mean to abandon them to their fate. It will be dangerous, aye, but the confusion may work to our advantage. If we are careful to avoid the skirmishing, it may yet be possible to reach the Griffin, and if we can do that... Lady Hilda, might I ask that you have an airship ready to bear the Scions to safety? Ha! I don't know who this Lady Hilda is, Marshal, but you can count on me. We must prepare for Imperial reprisals. May the Navigator guide us through the storm. Forward, comrades! The time has come to drive the Empire from Alamigo, and force action upon those who have turned their backs to our suffering for so long. Let this victory be the first step in the liberation of our homeland. Alamigo will be free, no matter the cost.
$50,000 tombstones of poetics.
50,000? What 50,000?
Graciously strangle me. Wrong kind of emoji.
Sir, as per Marshal Tarapin's orders, we will provide a feint to cover your advance. May the crystal light your way forward.
It appears we finally reached the point.
From what Papalymo told me, the trail ahead should lead us into the shadow of the wall. As we have two objectives, I suggest we divide our forces. I shall make straight ways for the tunnels and attempt to intercept our comrades ere they stumble into a bloodbath. While I do so, I must ask that you scale the wall. I know that I would not propose such a course if there were any other way, but the time for subtlety is past. Take a band of your most trusted companions and cut a path through to the Griffin. Make him see reason, by any means necessary.
Well, I guess me and Green are out later.
Once we are free of the tunnels, we will make for your position with all due haste. And if everything proceeds according to plan, Hilda will then swoop in and spirit us all away to safety. I only pray we have enough time.
Meanwhile, your Chocobo is just looking at you and says, "Who the hell is he talking to?"
Its feathers get all ruffled, you know, like when a bird is confused.
I want a cookie!
Okay, let us recruit a fourth.
I mean, do we need to find one specific person, or we just...
No, but as
Well,
many
random,
people
it's
as...
not a big deal.
Yeah, as many people as were in the CWLS just a few minutes ago, I'm sure we could get one of them to fill in, and then we have a party of people we know.
Sure.
Ooh, rock star spinel.
Charles Wallace Link Shell? What?
Yes, the Charles Wallace Link Show.
I wonder if I can get that. Probably not.
Now just stay still for a moment.
Plus, playing with entirely people that we know will,
No.
they won't be bothered by me stopping to watch the cutscenes.
I mean, you're the tank. They can't. They don't have the right to say anything on the matter.
That's true, but
It also has the added bonus of you just kind of being gently made fun of, as opposed to being screamed at if you screw up.
I feel like screwing up as a tank in this one is not great. Is not likely to happen.
Yeah, probably not. But
I'm thinking more a DPS screwing up is a bigger one here,
Yeah.
especially when they let the healer die.
Yeah, well, most people are smart enough not to do that.
I've seen lesser, smarter people.
So have I. Alright, let's see if I can
Anywho, it doesn't look like we have any answers.
I'll check my free company real quick.
Only people that will know they're on right now are not
Ooh.
even in Heaven's Ward yet, so like...
Much better.
You're going as tank, I take it?
Yep.
Green, where are you going as?
Red mage, I guess.
Alright then. Do I go black for the good old times, or should I just stick to summoner with us the better gear and another chance to raise?
Whatever you think is right.
Yeah, I'm gonna do black. I'm gonna do black.
I could go as a white mage too. It's been a little while.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't have to. Besides, like I said, there's also that one part where the white mage is going to get killed if the DPS not doing their job right.
Well, if the DPS isn't doing the job right, I at least know exactly who to yell at.
I'm just saying that if we cover that part ourselves, we don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
Ah, there we go. All right, I got a volunteer, and he's actually going to
How do I promote this fool to leader?
Oh yeah, that's why I can't invite. Derp.
Here. Frickin' have it.
Thank you. So, yeah, he's going to tank so I can heal.
Oh,
I forget if I finished that thought.
No. Well, it's fine. Just means there's chances you're going to die. Don't worry about it.
honestly, you should be fine.
Just get us in, or give me back the lead so I can get us in.
I'll do it.
In fact, let's
Yay.
see. This fight, I think I'll actually do this fight as a samurai.
I mean, if you're switching to Sam, I'm gonna switch back to Summoner so we can have an extra raise.
I can't raise it as a red mage anyway.
You can. You have for a
That's-
raise.
Yeah, it's 64.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yep.
That is such garbage.
Yeah,
Fine.
sure is. I'm not too worried anyway, because like we're all pretty well decked out here. It's not going to be an issue.
Yeah.
There's always the good old Olympus Coliseum rule. Accidents happen.
I hate James Woods.
The Black Shroud, Balsar's Wall.
Ah, yes.
Thanks for the wall, Gaius.
Mr. Crap, what did I say on there? Mr. Galvus, tear down this wall.
Ugh.
You know, it's sad because this wall existed before the whole US build a wall joke.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just about to make some joke about a government shutdown, but I thought better of it.
And now you look at it as like, this is what they're trying to make.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why it's incredibly stupid. I'm just doing my best not to start ranting about it.
I mean, they're an obsolete technology. Great Wall alternative obsoleted by the invention of dynamite for crying out loud.
I'm
Sorry,
just
what
one
was that?
ahead of me.
The Great Wall of China had been obsoleted by the invention of dynamite.
Yes.
According to the civilization, yes. Wait. Actually, I don't know how to do this. It's been too long since I played Samurai. Crap. Stabbed.
Gotta love that little touch in the music.
Coincidentally, much like the wall that everyone's kind of making fun of America for, this thing is actually apparently really easy to breach.
Not really, because it took, what, 10 years to make it happen? 20?
That's just because they didn't want to.
What
Yeah,
they were
that was an
easy
awful
of
long
is-
period of not trying to.
Yeah.
Also, it's not easy to breach, but it's easy to get around because people were able to get across the wall, no problem.
Yeah.
Seriously.
But there is a difference between getting a couple people across and getting an army across, which I think, that was the intent of it.
Well, either way, it certainly did not fulfill its main function.
No.
It looks less like a wall and more like a hill with a road going, doesn't it?
Well, we're approaching the wall.
Oh.
We're making an entry.
Oh, jeez.
That's good.
Oh, yeah, key.
Also, trying not to make any jokes about like the Imperial Donald Trump. Evil
think-
Imperial Gaius von Bonehead.
First of all, it's a Donald Von Bonehead.
Oh, sorry.
Wouldn't it be Zos Bonehead?
No.
I have no idea what any of the middle names
Uh,
actually mean.
It's hard because there's no such thing as an emperor in the U.S. yet.
Yeah,
Only
yeah.
president. So we don't really know if there's a title for that office.
There is no title for it. It's just.
I mean, there must be
Jack
some
has
sort
a
of
white
minister somewhere.
Whatever he wants to call himself, we're not going to call him that. Call it good old-fashioned American defiance, but we don't cotton the dictators around here.
Well, most of us don't, that's for sure.
True.
We can just call it like the president in Spaceballs.
Oh yeah, that was Mel Gibson, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I forget the name of the character.
Doesn't matter. It was just Mel Gibson.
No, that was not Mel Gibson. It was Mel Brooks.
Oh yeah, Mel Brooks. Duh.
Different person
Different
I
Mel.
know.
Which is funny.
by a long shot.
One person was a Jew, and the other person apparently had some nasty things to say about them. Okay, wow. I'm
Well,
sorry.
you went far with
No,
that
that
one.
it's entirely accurate. Like
Yeah.
if the shoe fits.
Meanwhile, Magic Predator.
True. Oh yeah, Magitech Predator.
Which, by the way, Hams, this can become your next sweet ride.
Ooh.
And it does burn a lot of fuel. Like,
Fuel?
the ozone layer does not like it. Does not like this ride.
Whoa, hello
You're
there.
getting missile green.
Oh yeah, it happens.
Does Hydralina even have an ozone layer?
Do I what now?
Does Hydaelyn even have an ozone layer, he said.
Um,
It has an
probably not.
ether layer, I'm sure.
I'm not sure its star actually produces UV.
I don't know, is Ether replacing ozone in this planet?
If Hydralyn did have an ozone layer, it would have been gone like thousands of years ago, thanks to, you know, the Alligans.
Yeah,
doing their
probably.
thing.
I have been missiled.
I
I'm still
have
being
as well.
missiled.
Oh, jeez.
I'm okay, kinda.
If there had been one, given thousands of years about elegance, it would have come back.
I mean, if you think about it, this planet has a lot of crap happen to it. Like, first there's the whole Halligan just opening a rift to the void and the whole Crystal Tower crashing and whatever. Then you got the Maquis who decided to flood the entire, well, didn't decide, but ended up floating the entire freaking planet.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
this place
wow,
doesn't
somebody-
have an ozone layer.
Wrapped on a metric crap ton of void sense, which is another problem altogether because in another world, hey, we decided to screw ourselves over and now everybody's a void sense.
Which is different from an Imperial crap ton of poison.
An Imperial crap ton.
You'd have to ask the Guardians about that.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh gosh. Freaking imperial measurements. The one thing I'm most ashamed of about being an American.
Hey, look, some tie boots with strikings I don't need.
Yes, of all the crap going on, I'm most ashamed of the imperial measurement system.
And now for the most complicated transport system this base has to offer. Also,
Oh, boy.
higher coffer.
Ugh. More filibuster stuff that we won't use.
I'm not sure where we're going, but it's definitely not the right way. Also, crabs.
Cribs.
So, wait,
Why are there crabs on this elevator?
Because.
if you have to ask, you probably don't want to know the answer. Like,
Oh, ew.
so many ways, so many answers could be
Meanwhile, the
made.
platform's going elsewhere.
Yeah. It seems like less an elevator and more just like a people mover, basically.
Oh, now there's a big void set hand.
Yeah.
That's fun.
It's Magitech.
I just
Those
want to
glass
imagine the
crabs.
four of us just trying to say, how the hell does that work? We're supposed to go straight, it's going left. We're supposed to go straight.
I just assume my character has the general attitude of not giving a damn.
And then the commands are gone, so now the whole platform's driving itself, and you don't know why going back to where we were. And now it stays still, and then Colossus shows up.
Why?
Yeah.
I can only guess that you've activated its security protocols, and it's intentionally messing with you and waiting for security armaments to show up and deal with you.
I don't have time with your
Ultimately,
X-Men
you're
Tall
kicking
Colossus.
That's not the spell I meant to cast.
I completely unrelated. Well, I said completely, but I just made a Colossus joke. I saw Deadpool 2 a few weeks ago. It was a thing. I think a thing is basically how you can describe a Deadpool movie.
It exists.
It exists. It is glorious. But it's definitely not something you can just recommend to anyone because it can rub people the wrong way.
That makes sense.
But anyway, to describe my character's attitude, and every character's attitude in this game, seemingly, I'm reminded somewhat of the comic strip that I read, where this man would row onto the middle of the lake with an accordion and play his accordion for a few hours, and somehow come out with a boat full of fish. People didn't ask him why. They just knew that he came back with a boat full of fish to sell. That they were okay with that. In other words, the Warrior of Light is completely crazy. Like, absolutely, completely stark raving mad.
You said they're extremely good or very bad at the accordion.
Extremely what now?
Extremely good at or very bad at the accordion?
That is a very good question.
Like either he's using an bardic magic to get the fish into the boat, or he was making the fish so miserable they decided they'd rather have their
What
lives
if
end
the
gloriously
fish
than
attempted to
continue their
attack the person, but the accordion was so badly played that they died from sonic boom?
Then this would be Kingdom of Loathing.
I love Kingdom of Loathing.
Because that's basically what that is.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing I watched 2 days ago was the Dragon Ball Broly movie.
Nice.
That was an
Broly.
interesting.
Extremely high
That
quality
was a little candy for the eye.
You're a face to the eyes and the piss, and all of its bliss.
Mountains exploding.
Yes, I have played Borderlands 2.
But have you followed the DJ Hamstrack Borderlands 2 series?
No, I haven't. Sorry.
We haven't started Borderlands 2 yet, but we will be very soon.
Oh, you were still playing the first one? Also, this is a way
Yeah.
out.
Oh, we can't run along the moving thing? That would be fun to
just
run
like at the
against it.
airport, you're not allowed.
Oh, well, at the airport, I'm just deeply
Hey, look, a
tempted
mechanic-
to just go
Hey, look,
the opposite direction.
A mechanical spider.
Oh. Is
Metal
this the red light,
spider.
green light one?
Yes.
Oh. I hate this guy.
Stop! Don't do anything.
No, stop
All right, good.
stabbing. Uh-oh. I think my character kept stabbing him with her sword.
And you took damage?
I don't think so.
If you didn't take damage, you're fine.
Well, yeah. When the motion detector thingy appears, you don't attack
You don't
him.
move, you don't do actions. Because if you do that, you're being sent sky high for quite a bit amount of damage.
Poor Hatman actually had a lot of trouble with this particular part of the fight. Oops.
You
Ow.
got punished here, sir. And you almost died.
Ah, well, apparently I had a little trouble with it too.
You have to keep in mind that you have plenty of time of dodging after the alert is gone.
Yeah,
Like that circle is just there to make you panic.
that's true.
Ah, circle!
Hats. Lots of hats.
Alright.
Watch for yellow Corkle.
There. It's okay, I have potion.
I've been launched.
Acre full of Gelka.
Sasha's failed to activate.
Is that as terrifying as it sounds?
Motion tracker?
My friend, oops. My friend Cole, a long time ago, was in a a cross-link shell party for doing Divine Might, and and the guy who was leading it was not great at English and or did not care about his typing at all.
We found a real elevator.
Because he referred to the little BCNM symbol that appears in your status bar as yellow Corkle.
Oh.
And when he was trying to warn everybody about how you know the Galka can pretty much one shot anybody if it does its weapon skills right, which it usually does. He communicated that by saying acre full of Gelka.
Oh. Acre full of Gelka.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, we're on the wall now.
That is terrifying. Yes, we are on the wall. Oh.
Open the door.
Open the door!
To
In the name of King Arthur, open the door!
Open the door to darkness, King
Oh
Arthur.
yes,
7
we
days.
have one. But you cannot have it. Because you are English.
Well, what are you then?
I forgot.
Scotland.
I'm French! Why do you think I have this outrageous accent, you silly king?
Yeah. Oh gosh.
Your buddy's dragging all the Imperials away.
He's doing what he's supposed to. Don't worry.
My mom just shouted, "Help, I'm being repressed," from the other room.
Your mom did?
Uh-huh.
Your mom's cool.
She is.
Oh man, that movie is so old. My dad used to annoy my mom by quoting it.
You see, my mom loves Monty Python. My dad, not so much, though.
Oh, that's hilarious. Your dad's the serious one in the relationship.
I don't know if I'd call him serious exactly. His sense of humor is different. He's not quite so big on the absurdist Dada kind of humor.
Dada, interesting.
I've heard other people describe Monty Python as being Dadaist humor, so that's kind of been my bar for what the heck that means.
Good news, Ams.
I see it more as just the
We reached the
British
final
people being
boss.
British, but Dada maybe. I don't know. It's hard to. I don't know. That's a good question. Anyway,
Not much of fighting here, just final boss.
Yay. That was pretty short.
just don't be sloppy.
Floppy!
Excuse me.
And the dramatic reveal, which is pretty obvious.
Was it?
Oh
If you
yeah.
remember the voice, yes.
Hey, it's the guy you knew who.
Wait,
that you knew
wasn't
from the
he
get-go.
dead?
No, he just ran away like a pansy.
Oh, okay. I was about to joke and say he takes off his mask and it's shoot, why can't I remember his name now?
Nero.
No.
He's freaking everywhere.
It's not Tancred again.
Thancred. That's who I was trying to remember. Or not Thancred.
How'd you like these?
The scholar dude.
Flash pattern, look away.
Shoot.
It's all right.
Well, you're next in the zone, so you're fine.
Yeah. Still gonna get whacked though. Better kill yourself.
Floppy!
I'll tear you limb from limb.
It's got a lot of voice clips, you'll notice. Sloppy has become a meme.
He's just a guy. Why does he have a gauge attached?
You know, the sad part is that I'll see you from limb is kind of being reused elsewhere, so I'm like, eh.
Get in the middle.
Yeah, middle one. Also, careful, he's going to actually try to stun us while we deal with this.
How'd you like these?
How about no? Oh, he got me.
Looks like I'm the one. Oh, balls.
But the
Where?
kid is not my son. Ah!
Victory!
Oh, good, I made it.
Speaking of making it,
I see he
I'm
doesn't want
just
to.
waiting for, here we
alright,
go.
let's get him out. Bust him out of here.
Shut.
Take the money, put in the sack. Easy in, easy out, 30 seconds.
If that timer ran out, you just died. Flat out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Feel free to sprint if you feel you need to.
I'm fine. Just a scratch.
I've seen people die to this.
I'll tear you limb from limb.
It can be difficult if people aren't paying attention.
Sloppy.
It can be difficult when the people let the mage die.
Amigo!
Yeah. But people don't let the mage die here. So.
Speaking of that, let's get back to the metal.
Ah, yes. In the middle.
Sounds like he's talking about
Appreciate if you
sin.
came here, so I could just blast this to oblivion.
How'd you like these?
Care for a flash? Nope.
Oh.
Yeah!
I
Oh,
love-
balls.
Let him have it with the limit break of the ages. Oh wait.
I will as soon as I can get. Yeah.
Don't you have a way for you to sidestep straight to him? Or is that the Stormblood thing?
I have no idea.
Hey, it looks like the mage got to die again.
Oh wait, yeah, I do. Oh, that
Hey, he
works.
did. He
Alright.
did.
Yeah, get stuffed, Ilbert.
That was cathartic.
Yeah, really was. Now enjoy the 30 minutes of cutscenes. I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
At least leave the dungeon before you do that.
Oh, good point. Good point.
For 30 minutes?
I mean, sometimes it takes that long.
It
That's
sure
what
feels-
happens when you reach end game.
Yeah, this is like the last dungeon of the whole Heavensward, so you might be a while. Anyway, I'll be right back.
No, I meant like bathroom for 30 minutes, Nightshade. That's what happens when you reach end game. Half-hour poops.
You've beaten me, aye.
You beat me, I. Ah, no, I can't see. Hey, would you grab me a drink, please?
Why didn't he? Like, he just wanted to talk, and he's like, sword time. Which guy?
Let's go with a do.
Gotta do it.
Do.
Dude.
Do.
But you cannot stop what I've begun. Behold, a glimpse of things to come.
One sec, I'm going to turn the game audio up a tick.
We did it! We showed the bastards! Aye! Victory is ours!
And who knows, lads? Mayhap the Eorzeans will finally see sense when the enemy turns up on
Oh,
the
those
bloody
fourfolds.
doorstep.
This is for Al Amigo, for Eorzea. They die that others may live.
He looks smug.
It's goddamn Yu Ase.
Vanguards! Attack!
You know, the other piece of crap that we left behind in the Crystal Graves.
Hmm.
Seven hells. Do you hear that?
War machines. How did they get here so quickly?
Stand your ground! For the resistance!
These guys look outmatched.
Mm-hmm.
There's nowhere to run. We're cut off.
Gods help us. What are we thinking? The Empire's too big. Too powerful. Mighty Ralker, grant us the strength to crush our...
That was depressing.
Mm-hmm. Not surprising, though.
As you can see, our infiltrators did not elude me for long. Lady Ugiri is sending for an airship even as we speak.
What do we do? This is a massacre!
How wonderful to see you, Commander.
Illbird, I should have known. This has to end. It has to end now. Do you not see your countrymen dying? Have your ideals rendered you blind even to that? Order the retreat, and we will help your soldiers to safety.
Retreat? With the moment of my triumph so close at hand? You truly are a sheltered child, Leveilleur.
Nidhogg's eyes.
Dumb.
No abyss is too deep for you, I see. But trust me when I say that such power was not meant for mortal hands.
How long have I struggled to reach this point? My countrymen so inured to the taste of defeat, they no longer balk at its bitterness, shouting my throat raw with rallying cries, only to be greeted with dull eyes and blank faces. My brothers and sisters in Ulda have surrendered to their apathy and their appetites. Were it not for the glint of Lodorito's coin, I doubt even those here now would have answered my call. Take back our homeland! Free Al Amigo! Ha! They'll happily mouth the words, but they won't spill the blood. You say no mortal should wield these eyes? Then I shall gladly become a demon. I will suckle on the souls of the hopeless and liberate the homeland they no longer deserve.
What exactly do you mean to do?
Did you hear their cries as victory was snatched away from them? Even with their dying breaths, they cursed the Empire. Never has their desire for vengeance been so raw, so true. A god has no need of faith when summoned by so pure a purpose.
Oh.
Summoned?
Don't.
You cannot mean to fight the Empire with a primal! You know full well the danger, the futility of relying on such power.
Is he going to manifest Rhalgr?
Oh yes, I know their limitations. Which is why I will call upon a deity more terrible than the very black worm of the calamity itself.
Someone that pimp slapped that out of his hand earlier when he was weakened.
What? Here? Now?
Like hells you will!
Spellcasters, rangers, anyone want to try and stop this
An
dumbass?
ending to mark a new beginning. My pain, my longing, you shall have it all!
I've never seen someone look so stupid falling to their death before.
I don't think it worked.
Or did it?
Hopefully not. Should probably separate those eyes from his hands though before they do anything.
Yeah.
Seconds, someone could have done something. That's not good.
This light, is it...
His death completed the ritual. The primal is taking shape.
Well, can't we stop it? There must be something we can do!
There is one thing.
What? Hey! Where do you think you're going?
Master Louisoix briefly contained Bahamut by means of a potent spell of sealing. I will now attempt to do the same.
But that's impossible! We would need hours to collect the necessary ether, if not days!
Ah, Alphino, though I concede it may not always be apparent, I was ever your grandsire's finest pupil.
Tumtumati, of course! The staff still holds enormous power, broken or not.
Don't you dare, Papalimo! I know how that spell works.
Siphon some of that ether flow that's going into that sphere.
Well,
Weaken it a bit.
It is time to leave!
Quite right. Quickly now, off you go. The further away, the better.
No! If you're staying, then so am I.
No, Ida! There is a path only you can walk, and it must not end here, not like this! Take her! Please, you have to take her!
What? No! Damn it, Thancred! Put me down! Thancred!
This is one battle you cannot fight. Away with you! Go!
Oh, I want to stay at his side. Even though it's like...
Even though someone's just gonna grab you or knock you out.
Yeah, probably. I want to see what happens.
Hilda! I think he means now!
He just blasted you.
Yep.
I said go, you great doofus! Oh, boy.
I bid thee farewell again, my dear Ida. Now, let us see how good a student I truly was.
Papalima!
He's creating a moon. How do you get it in orbit?
Is that part of the spell, maybe? Yeah, I didn't know exactly how it was going to happen, but that was one thing that I was spoiled on a long time ago.
Take a screenshot, because it's the only time you get to see this.
That was tragic as balls.
What, the oh, that. Okay, let me try and get this.
Hilbert said he was trying to summon something worse than Bahamut, though. Who's that?
You'll know. You'll know.
Is there some other douchebag dragon god running around?
My little sylph is kind of ruining the gravity of this, I think.
Photobomb!
Let's, do I have a minion who would be better?
I mean, you could
Or should I just dismiss him?
You know, a fake moon like that makes me more worried about giant monkeys than anything else.
But they don't have tails, so it's fine.
Let's see here.
Oh, speaking of moons, did you hear that the moon apparently got hit by a space rock during the lunar eclipse last night?
I did.
Like, visibly hit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw the Scott Manley video.
That's cool.
Yeah. Oh, I don't have a... Or I don't appear to have a Papalimo minion.
No.
Well, Louis Swa makes sense.
This is morbid. We're replacing Papalimo with another Papalimo. I can't handle this. I'm taking a cookie.
Nope, nope.
Papa Limo, the limousine pope.
Hold on.
Like the character's like, well, who put that up there?
Hold on a sec. Let me... Okay, now I know that using group pose, I can make myself face the camera or not. Is there a way that I can just, like, fix my view in a particular position and then move the camera?
Did you ask a question while I was not here?
It's fine.
Okay.
There we go. That's good. I was trying to figure out how to make myself stay looking in a particular direction. How many more must we lose? Oh, but yeah, as I was saying a minute ago, I was spoiled a long time ago on the fact that Papa Limo died. I had no idea of the circumstances, though. So, yeah, this is something. I understand only too well.
Yet.
What?
It's technically not dead yet, but yes, you're getting there.
I understand only too well the desire to reclaim one's homeland, but I cannot condone such slaughter. It has been explained to me what that light represents, and I have ordered our forces to stand ready. It seems we can do little else but wait. Every Ishgardian gets taught that the Sea of Clouds churns in the grip of the warring elements of water and wind, enough to tear you apart, they say. No one's ever gone to the bottom of the abyss and lived to tell the tale. So how did that bastard manage to get his hands on Nidhogg's eyes? Papa Limo knew what he was doing. I could not refuse him. Why? Why didn't they let me stay? Papa Limo is my friend. I should have been there with him.
Oh, goodness. I'm here. Sorry I'm late. Sorry I took so long.
I'm still in cutscenes.
Of course
Just
you are.
have respect.
You could see it in his eyes, Ida. He knew what he was doing. What had to be done.
Ah, that part. That's really sad.
Master Louis wore that same look right before the end. Do you think I don't know that? I know, all right, I know!
Oh.
There's nothing more you could have done. Ilberd caught us all off guard. Even Adol was powerless to stop him. If you must blame someone, then blame me. Just promise that you will never forget what Papa Limo strove to protect, or the lessons he tried to teach you. Don't speak to me. Leave Ida with me. Go on, go back to the Rising Stones. The others need to know what happened here.
Why are there always role players out in Baldur's Reach?
It's over, Papalimo. It's all over. Leave her be. Nothing you can say will console her now. Okay, that's the same thing. Once again, I find myself at a loss for words. But Thancred is right. We must return to the Rising Stones and apprise our companions of all of this. Pray make your way there at once. I will send word to Y'shtola and the others of our imminent return. Ah! Random guy bounding in on a lion.
Is that in the cutscene, or is that...
No, that was just like... as I was about to head out from there, some guy runs up on a lion.
Is he like, ride me? Oh, freaking Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but the British version, because in the American version, it's this Liam Neeson, and he's like, ride me. And the British one, it's like, ride me! Oh, man.
I remember those. I had them on VHS.
Oh, gosh. A lot of those British kids shows seem to have been created entirely to scare the hell out of you. That's the whole British thing, you know. Their comedies are kind of weird. Their kids shows are creepy as hell, and you know, it's kind of the opposite of Japan, actually, because in Japan the kid shows are really freaking weird, and the comedy shows are creepy as hell. Oh, man.
Oops. For some reason I lost the stream. Might have been my fault. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Shoot, I gotta start streaming more.
Why are you in Mordona again? Oh, you're going back to the...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Going back to HQ.
There's one more, I think you're pretty close to Stormblood then. There's
Yep.
only one more, like, battle type thing.
You technically have a solo duty left, and that's it.
Cool.
There you go. I'm not gonna make you do some obnoxious trial or anything like that.
Why does everyone look so grim? Has something happened? Say something, for heaven's sakes!
Oh, sad.
Twould seem you bring ill tidings, brother. Aye. Behind the griffin's mask we found the grinning face of an old adversary, Ilberd. I know not how, but he had in his possession the eyes of Nidhogg, whose dread power he used to initiate a summoning ritual even as we looked on. By the 12. I don't understand. To attempt such a magic requires every ounce of one's ether. Not one, not even grandfather, could cast it and hope to survive. Indeed, it was ever a last resort, as I am certain Papalimo was aware. Thus did the pupil follow in the footsteps of his master, even unto the grave. I have as yet been unable to explain how Ilberd came to possess Nidhogg's eyes. In the depths of the Sea of Clouds, a perpetual storm of water and wind aspected ether rages. No mortal could endure such conditions. Then mayhap it was the work of an Ascian, But now is not the time for idle speculation. Kryl, I have need of your assistance. Yes. Yes, of course. We must inspect the cocoon of light and ascertain the state of the primal trapped within. Between our respective talents, I dare say we shall glean some measure of insight. Understood. I can't promise I'll be able to sense much through the barrier, but I shall certainly do my best. As shall I. Let us be about it, then. What? Without so much as a by your leave? Pray forgive Archani Stola her brevity. She seeketh employment, lest her grief deprive her of the will to act. A desire to comfort Ida doubtless compoundeth her unseemly haste. I, too, must contend with this grievous loss in mine own way. By thy leave, Lady Alice, I shall honor our fallen colleague through gainful study. There exist writings which may yet further our understanding of this cocoon of light. Mayhap I was too quick to judge. Surrendering to sadness and regret would be a poor tribute to Papalymo's sacrifice. Quite. We must begin preparations to face Ilberd's accursed creation without delay. What time we have was purchased at too dear a price for us to squander it.
You got music.
Music.
Ah, yes. I admit I was quite sad about this happening. I didn't really care about the other people that died, although I was a little scared when I thought that Anima was dead.
Mm-hmm.
Killing off Papalymo? Oh, man. That sucks.
Yeah, as long as it took me to actually get very far in Heavensward, like I did the first little bit, and then I got sidetracked with Relic, I thought Nanimo was dead for the longest time.
Oh gosh, man.
Uh-huh.
That's awful. Although it is kind of your fault for taking that long with your little relics. But...
Yeah, it is. I admit that.
Nanimo was asleep for 60 years.
Essentially. That's one way to stay young forever.
She's still aging.
Oh. That's a problem.
Ah, Adol, I wish I had more to tell you, but the situation in the East Shroud remains largely unchanged, meaning we still have no idea how long it will be before... A communication from the Alliance. One moment.
Does that freaking spell only delays the jerk?
Well, it seals him, much like it did Bahamut.
Or it tried to.
Well, it... Yeah.
The original seal on Bahamut lasted quite a while.
Well, which seal do you mean?
The one that Luiswa did.
The moon was technology based. It wasn't pure magic.
Oh.
And Luiswa's didn't do that well, as you'll remember.
No. Yes, of course. Our representatives will be present. My thanks. Word from Gridania. The Council will shortly be reconvened. The Alliance leaders have already begun to assemble. They wish to discuss the Primal, of course. As of Ishtola's last report, the cocoon yet hung above the wall, unchanged. Yes, but the Elder Seedseer doubtless shares our concerns about how long it will remain so. I am told that Sid Garland has been called in to add his expertise to proceedings.
Characters like, oh crap, not him again.
Oh, a wise decision. The more minds we have working on this, the better.
Why do I always get in trouble when Sid's involved?
Well
Seriously.
then, I suggest we leave the Rising Stones into Taru's capable hands and make haste for the Lotus Stand.
Very capable hands.
I misheard that as very cannibal hands.
Oh. I mean, it's possible that our ants eats other ants.
That's not quite how I had how that statement went in my head, but
Many images fly through my head, and they're all horrifying.
Oh,
Please
hey,
tell
new
me it makes a
character.
noise like.
A
Maybe
word,
not.
if you would, good sir.
Oh,
This place.
this guy.
It is within the realm of
This
Eorzea.
guy is the best guy.
You're an odd-looking fellow, aren't you? Still, takes all sorts, I suppose. This here's Vesper Bay. Thanalan's door to the ocean, as some folk like to call it.
Am I to understand from your answer that I have indeed arrived in Eorzea?
Uh-oh.
Eh? Yes? You're in Eorzea?
Ah! A plain response at last, and the one I wanted at that. My journey was not without its hardships, and I would sooner travel by land than put to sea again. You do not believe that so small a bark could bear me across the ocean? Such timid little sailors. I had but to set my course, and set my jaw till I made port.
What the hell is this propulsion?
Though, 'twould perhaps have been wise to lay down my
What?
oars a moment to sup on more than the spray of brine water.
Oh, of course.
By the trembling of my limbs, I sense a brief repast may be in order. Nay, I will not hearken to the feeble grumblings of an empty belly.
Oh, it's
Duty
a
comes
voice
before
casting.
all.
No wonder I can't hear him. Thought my headphones is broken.
Are you alright?
Oh. Yes.
Kabuki Samurai Man arrives and passes out.
Far indeed from home, friend.
Oh, yeah. That guy is the best.
alright, so back to the Lotus stand. Yup.
And Urianger somehow manages back in time for this.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I need to go study what the new mess we got ourselves. Hey, samurai.
Let's see, something poetic to say in iambic pentameter. Ah, screw it. What are you doing here?
It's you.
Ah,
Get inside. They're asking for you.
Oh crap, Serpent Salute wasn't the
It's GC salute.
GC Salute, okay.
Now you better get inside, or you just keep watching the disc spin. It's just gonna keep on spinning.
time keeps on spinning.
Wheel keeps on turning.
Yes.
Stop the wheel.
In a CD karaoke bar. On
Oh, there you go.
the
Yeah,
bus
isn't that neat? And look at it. It has little tombstones in it. It's seriously the coolest looking book. Welcome, Warrior of Light. This way, if you please.
That's flash drives in it.
Mm-hmm.
USB
What
book.
book is that again?
That's the Skaven Magitek Grimoire.
Skaven Magitech Grimoire. Ah, yes.
Keyword is Skaven.
I don't know what that means, but okay.
Also voice cutscene.
Yep.
Dear friends,
Pray accept my heartfelt thanks for your efforts in defense of Gridania's borders. I would fain dwell longer on my gratitude for the support of the Alliance, but the situation at Belsar's Wall demands that we forego such pleasantries.
According to our most recent intelligence, the cocoon of light that formed in the air above the wall remains undimmed and unbroken. After measuring the cocoon's etheric concentrations, Archon Y'shtola has confirmed the presence of a primal entity.
So we must assume that Ilberg's thrice-damned god is indeed trapped within. And what news of the Imperials? They're not like to ignore such a spectacle.
Sir, a Garlean airship was observed making an approach, but the vessel was destroyed when it drew near. The Empire appears to have made no subsequent attempts to reach the object.
The soldiers who witnessed the incident spoke of a lance of light issuing from within the cocoon. Of an entire warship being reduced to smoking ruin in the space of a moment.
Animation team not paid their...
Veterans of Cartano, meanwhile, likened the destruction to that wrought by the fiery wrath of Bahamut.
We could face another calamity.
Shortest astral era ever.
Contained, yes, but for how long? We must destroy it now, lest it break free.
Agreed. There is, however, the small matter of how to get close enough to a being that swats warships from the sky as you would a bothersome gnat.
Is this truly so complex a puzzle? Or have you no stomach for the obvious solution?
Our bad boy.
Oh, hey.
Yes.
What in the hells are you doing here?
A pleasure to see you
Hello.
too, Garland.
It's
Now,
me
please
again,
your kindness to
the guy
explain
you
to me
can't
what
get rid
people why
of.
You should be begging me for my assistance. That would be most appreciated.
Who is this man?
Oh, how terrifically rude of me. Nero Tolskeva, former tribunus of the 14th Legion of the Garlean Empire. These days, however, one might say that I'm something of a free agent.
Oh, Skaven. I got it now.
Aha!
Okay, so cool. He's at some point moving forward being a big engineer guy like I mean I know he always was an engineer guy, but
Basically, you just made some designs, sold it to our good old friend Rowena, make a profit.
Gotcha.
Yeah. That's kind of cool.
What do you want, Nero?
I was getting to that.
Although you already know what I'm about to propose, old friend. As you have rather belatedly realized, within that frail binding lurks an entity alike in strength to the great Bahamut, and the only force in existence which might conceivably contend with such a foe is the very creation which captured the Elder Primal in the first place. I speak, of course, of Omega.
Omega? That hulk has been gathering dust beneath the plains of Cartanau since the Allagans breathed their last. And none alive knows how to wake it.
I'm sorry. Do you understand who it is with whom you have the privilege of speaking? I'm Nero Tolskeva, Master Engineer, the mechanical genius who restored the Ultima weapon to full operational capacity. And as luck would have it, I am graciously offering you the use of my considerable expertise.
And what, you just expect us to accept? You're a fool if you think your deeds at the Crystal Tower are enough to win my trust, Nero.
Trust? You wound me, Garland. All those years studying side by side at the Academy, sharing both trial and triumph, we were countrymen once, you and I. But sentiment aside, have you a better solution? Or do you mean to send in your vaunted hero there, as you always do, and pray the world is not engulfed in flame? Let us approach the problem in a rational manner. Does not the fact that Omega slumbers in stasis point to the existence of some overriding technology? A means of control?
I'm not sure. To me,
it sound like a bad idea.
it could also be interpreted as it lacks a power source.
I mean, two titanic forces clashing tends to be rather desolating. I say devastating, but when the scale gets big enough, you start using other words.
Yeah, you know, devastating, desolating, honest, are awesome, you know? Like, really freaking awesome.
The once-in-a-lifetime opportunity of having a boxing match.
Nero, was it not?
With Jesus?
In the event that we succeeded
All bets are open.
To shackle the primal in the manner you proposed,
Starting bet at 10,000k.
What then would become of it? Do we not risk repeating the mistakes of the Allagans?
Oh, Nero.
Omega
Why
is
are
but a
you
tool.
so awesome?
How we choose to employ that tool is entirely up to us. Of course, if you would rather leave it buried beneath Cartano while you continue your petty squabbles above, then I suppose that is also your choice.
Spare us, Nero. The Seedseer's concern is a valid one. He who controls Omega wields the power of the gods, the very power which led the Allagans to destroy themselves.
And does it not fall to we engineers to prevent such misuse? What was your company's proud slogan? Freedom through technology?
Freedom through technology, and my brain's just going, what's the German word for technology?
So, materialist...
Hold on, I gotta look this up, because my brain just did a really stupid thing, and I have to satisfy it.
You have to see it through now.
Uh-huh.
Apologies to any Germans. Oh, who am I kidding? I make fun of Germans on my streams all the time.
Yeah, I'm like a quarter German, so...
Oh, I've probably got some in me too.
The language is bad with animals, you gotta admit that.
Yeah, it's like, is it a pig? Are you sure?
Schmetterling! Yeah, exactly.
Oh, it's also technology, or technic.
Technic, yes.
So, yeah, Technik macht frei is where my brain was going with that.
It's the only German word that's actually shorter than the English equivalent.
Well, there's technique and technology.
Oh.
So, it's same thing.
On par, then.
Yep. But technic also means technique, engineering, mechanics, which, you know, more broadly, I think that does specifically speak to Sid.
Ah. That makes sense.
You follow, is
Although I will, speaking of funny languages, though, it seems like most languages, they don't even have to be Germanic. Say some of them are even like some of the Romantic languages refer to potatoes as earth apples.
Yep.
Yeah,
the French pomme de terre. Yeah.
Pomme de terre. Yeah. But apparently it's called earth apple when it's called earth apple in like France. It's called earth apple in the Netherlands. It's called earth apple. It's called earth apple in a lot of places.
Now my brain's just going. Get out of my head! Get out of my head!
Won't you make fries? Earth apple.
Earth apple.
This has tangented so far away.
Yeah. Okay. Back to the cutscene.
All things considered, that's okay.
What say you? Do we take this villain at his word?
No, but I'll keep an eye on him.
As will I. I don't like it, but then it doesn't look like we have much choice.
Is it bad that I was thinking, who's that weird looking guy in the cutscene, and then I realized it was you.
Would the council be willing to entrust this matter to a pair of former Imperials?
Yes.
Wow.
The task of
My
restoring the
character does
Alagan
most of
relic
those
will be
cutscenes
yours.
wearing a woolly sweater
But the
and a pair of mom
responsibility
jeans.
for its reawakening must remain with the council. Do we condone this course of action?
Aye. It would seem we do. Let the record show that we invest this contingent with the authority to enter Carteneau and take command of Omega. Sid, I appoint you leader of the expedition. Scions, I would ask that you assign some few of your number to escort Master Garland and supervise the other one.
We should be happy to oblige. The politics of Carteneau being what they are, I dare say our neutrality will prove useful in avoiding any unnecessary entanglements.
If I am not mistaken, Doma occupies a similarly neutral position. Might we not persuade you to join the expedition, Lady Yugiri? If you suspected any foul play from Nero, you would be welcome to kill him.
I wonder where she put that.
My blade is yours.
Spoken like a true shinobi.
You'd be welcome to kill him.
Not a moment's hesitation, eh?
Ah, shinobi.
You'll forgive me if I do not shake your hand.
That was a good series of games for the Genesis. Fought Batman in several of them.
Hey, they warped you somewhere. Oh, they warped you just a few miles, just a few feet away. That's awkward. That's very awkward. This is there's evil afoot.
Well, that was a rather unexpected development, and one which raises a number of questions, not least among them how Nero chanced to learn of the council meeting in the first place.
Yeah, that part's weird. Was he like keeping tabs on Sid because he wanted to propose a deal involving Omega in the first place?
Maybe?
I mean, there was a little cutscene before that kind of hinted him being in Cardinal for a bit.
Yeah, the one where I saw him from the knees down and guessed that it was Alice.
Oh, wow.
Because, I saw brown shoes and a brown coat. I was like, oh, is this Alice? No, not remotely.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
She would probably pip-slap you for the insinuation.
Was this after Alice's costume change? Because in that case,
yes.
it's
Yeah.
even less acceptable.
Well, dude, like I said, it was brown shoes and a tan coat. It was like...
Yeah, and you should have obviously been able to see Alice's shins. I'm pretty sure that Nero does not wear a skirt. At least I hope not.
I thought
Yeah,
Alice's boots were tall enough that... Oh, well.
Were they?
I forget. Alright. Sid and the others are assembling at the airship landing. Alice is already on her way, and it would not do to lag too far behind. Let us be off. Alright. Airship landing.
Airship landingo.
I, for one, have great trepidation with putting a... Like, sure, a weapon is a tool, and it's entirely up to how you use it. But taking a very powerful weapon that wasn't on the table and putting it on the table where people can see it and maybe get to it isn't a good idea.
Yeah, that and the fact that, like... Despite its apparent nature, we don't know what it is. Even the Alligans didn't know what it was.
They didn't make it?
No. They found it.
Someone else made it.
Mm-hmm.
Before them.
Before them. Elsewhere.
More on that in Stormblood.
It is not of Heidelin.
Because Yeet made it?
No.
Now I'm fairly sure you heard that information from outside your proper timeline.
Yeah. Yeah, I was doing lore research, and that came up.
You said elsewhere, I was speaking stupid.
I know.
So now I must judge you. Oh, / judge does nothing.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure / judge does nothing for a reason.
Where is everyone? Adol, Alphino, ready to go? The others have stepped out onto the landing for a moment, lest you wonder. Nero insisted that he be allowed to inspect the Excelsior before boarding. And you let him? Despite his very timely offer of assistance, the thought of that man poking around in the workings of the ship without proper supervision does not fill me with confidence. Calm yourself, Alphino. Your sister was adamant that he would never leave her sight. She and Yugiri are... Ah, well, here they are now.
I'm sorry, but I kind of imagined her saying, "Come on, Sid, calm your tits."
Sid, calm down. There's a stabber
Top
next
of
to
my
his
head.
back at constant. Like, that stabber stays at least 5 meters away from his back.
Mm-hmm. And can close that distance in the blink of an eye. Right, I think that's everyone. Shall I set course for Cartano? Might I ask that we delay our departure slightly? I require no more than a few hours at most. Our colleagues are studying the cocoon even as we speak, and I would hear their latest observations ere we proceed. It would seem wise to gain as clear an understanding of the situation as possible before formulating our plan. Oh? I thought time was against us. How foolish of me. Hold your tongue. When we want your opinion, we'll ask for it. Forgive me, my lady. I shall keep my counsel until such time as you have finished procrastinating.
Excuse me, princess.
All right. While Alphino speaks with his colleagues, I shall fly the Excelsior over to Mordona, and we can reconvene at the Rising Stones. Mine apologies for the trouble. I shall visit Ishtola and the others forthwith, and join you as soon as I am able. Adol, pray accompany Alice back to the Rising Stones. I should feel safer knowing you are present to entertain our guest.
And by entertain, we mean a fist in the face.
Yes.
Right. Everyone heading to Mordona is welcome to travel aboard the Excelsior. I'll clear things with the girl at the counter here. Let her know when you're ready. Let her know when you're ready to leave.
Oh no, I'm out of glamour prisoners. That sucks.
Well, I'm warping there, but you might as well take the scenic route.
You're traveling with Master Garland, sir? The Enterprise Excelsior is right this way.
I wish I could walk to Cartano. I don't even know where Cartano is.
It's west of Mordona, I believe.
Oh.
It was in 1.0. It was part of Mordona, and then the whole meteor fell down. So now it's off limits in 2.0. It's basically became a contested area between the nations.
Yeah.
Oh.
Or wait, is it west of Mordona, or is it like south of Silvertier?
I don't remember.
It's somewhere in the vicinity, though.
All I know is that now this place is contested, and they're using this as an excuse to, hey, let's have some PvP going on in there.
Yep. I remember that, as far as other places you can't actually travel to, that, why can't I remember the name of it? The place where, the Mock City is.
Mock City?
Yeah.
For what now? What's the context?
The name of the region, Yafame.
Oh.
I remember that one being northwest of Mordona.
I wouldn't have remembered. Hey, there's a quest here I don't remember.
Wait.
What?
Yafame is northwest of Mordona?
Northwest.
Is that Moccasin faster than sound or Moccasin turtle?
What? No, Mach, M-H-A-C-H, the Black Mage nation of ancient times. Well, not that ancient. 2 ages ago.
So very similar to faster than sound, but another agent.
So it's between Dravinia and Mordona, then, huh?
Yep.
Oh.
They must have been good at fastcast.
Yeah, we'll have a what now?
Boo. Daniel made a bad joke.
Oh, okay.
Slap him.
What manner of airship has no private cabins? Then again, I suppose Garland had to find somewhere to stow his half-baked inventions. I do not care for that man. Strange though it may seem, Nero's former loyalties do not trouble me, but I can see why people are loath to lower their guard around him. Not quite a door-to-door service, but I couldn't exactly land her in the Toll's main square. Shall we adjourn to the Rising Stones, then?
So he was like an annoying Werner von Braun.
A bit.
He's really political.
Political?
I think less... Well, I mean, apolitical is apt, but it's... The Garleans did kind of kick him to the curb, so...
I see that the power of Christmas wars served you well.
Indeed. Report a gill cellar, because they're right there. I know Nero's a guest here, but we don't exactly have the happiest history with the Empire, do we? So my question to you is, do I offer him tea? Feel
Only
free
if
to
it's
tire.
poisoned.
Offer him the worst tea we have.
Give him the cheapest in the house.
Fear not, I shall keep a close eye on our new
Lipton
ally.
here. Yeah, because nobody likes Lipton unless you can't have anything else.
One was created to capture Bahamut, and the other to surpass him. Which will prove the stronger, I wonder.
This jab brought to you by Bigelow.
We must be careful, old friend. The walking weapons of Allag were expressly designed to subdue primals, but men like Gaius will always seek to use them against mankind. It falls to us to ensure that Omega is never employed as a weapon of war. In the wrong hands, it would be bad.
Yes.
Oh hey, Flamen and Home are having a talk over here. Hoary Boulder and his companions left to continue reconnaissance on the beast tribes. They were adamant about shouldering what burdens they could while the senior scions were occupied with this cocoon emergency. Ah, the determination upon their faces. There is nothing more blinding than youth burning with purpose.
So these are the fabled headquarters of the Scions. I confess I would have expected an order of self-proclaimed warrior scholars to surround themselves with the fruits of man's enlightenment. And yet there's not so much as a single piece of magitech in sight. It never ceases to amaze me how primitive you Eorzeans truly are.
Oh, I'll have you know that the Rising Stones is home to the very latest in magitech innovation. Wedge calls it the Mark 14 Thermocoil Boil Master, and it's the finest kettle I've ever had the pleasure to own.
Aww.
Oh, that's right. Don't mess with Tataru.
We are returned. Well, Ida and I, at least. Ishtola and the others remain behind to continue their assessment of the binding magic.
There didn't seem much point staying just for that, so I decided to come back with Alphino. Papalimo bought us this time. We shouldn't waste it.
By your leave!
Good God, that voice could fell a gigas.
Oh, I just saw that Sugar Frosted said hello about 6 minutes ago. Hey, Sugar Frosted.
Oh. I am Tarorai.
That voice could fell a gigas.
The true hero of this story is here.
Yay.
This is the Rising Stones, domicile of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. I enter at the invitation of one Lord Urianger. I spy you there, Shadow Walker. You always were a hard one to find.
Yugiri, do you know this man?
Gosetsu, why are you come to Eorzea?
In search of you, Yugiri. For days and nights did I row across the angry sea. I made port in good spirits, only for my own flesh to betray me over the trifling matter of an empty belly. Collapsed in the street like an unfed stray I was, until Lord Urianger came to my aid. Over a most welcome meal, we spoke of the plight of Doma, and I learned of our displaced countrymen's work to resettle this blighted land. 'Twas blind fortune that I was able to locate you so swiftly. But now we must make ready to depart. Our master languishes in dire peril, and Doma calls her daughter home.
It is not so simple, Gosetsu. There are obligations which bind me here.
You refuse? Did you mislay your oath during your flight from our homeland. The laws of hospitality must be honored, but surely the vow to defend your master demands the greater obeisance.
It was our master who bid me guide our people to safe haven by any means necessary. And it was the scions you see before you who provided us succor and sanctuary when all others refused. Dire peril or no, were I to return without first repaying such hospitality, our master would cut me down at the threshold.
Mayhap that is so.
There is more. A crisis threatens all within this realm, Eorzean and Doman alike, and I go to play my part in its resolution. I will not bring shame upon our liege by abandoning my people or my duty.
How very noble of you. Now, in the name of honor, kinship, and, yes, practicality, might I suggest we get this expedition underway? Or would you rather debate the finer points of duty and leave Omega to the Empire?
The Empire? You, Giri? You draw steel against the curse of Garlemald? Then why did you not say so? My blade is oath-bound to fall upon the ranks of the Imperials wheresoever they march. Lead on, Shadow Walker, and may the enemy tremble at our coming.
Oh, jeez.
How is she supposed to ninja with him yelling?
Adol, wait! Could I speak to you for a moment?
Oh, God.
It's time for your reward.
Do you remember when I had you meet me at the Diamond Forge and we, ambushed you?
How could I forget?
Mm-hmm. Well, once we had your measurements, I set to work making you a traveling outfit in my spare time. I've only just this moment finished the stitching, but I wanted you to have it before you left. Here.
Oh.
It's invisible.
You can try it on right now if you like.
Do it. Change in front of me.
I mean, Tuzla already seen everything.
Well, yes.
Yeah, during the whole fitting, it was a, hey, snazzy.
Kind of makes you wonder if Tataru is even interested in relationships.
Assuming we measured correctly, the fit should be just right. Snug, but not too snug, if you know what I mean. So, how does it feel?
Here, now you look like one of the twins.
You're not just saying that, are you? Oh, I can't tell you how much this means to me. To have crafted something worthy of the Warrior of Light well, let's just say it makes all the practice worthwhile. I also sewed in a blood pearl charm to, you know, bring you home. May it always protect you.
Aww.
And that means all the other scions were just practice.
Yep, pretty much.
I like it.
And you can dye it.
Ooh.
I wish I could dye it. I need to lose weight.
Yeah, I'm a bit overweight myself. I'm not the worst I've been, thankfully, but I could still stand to lose another 20, 30 pounds.
I am the
Fruit
worst.
diet.
Like, seriously. That makes me very sad.
I mean, hell, I could stand to lose 40, actually, but I'd be happy with 25.
Well, I just need to start exercising. Maybe I'll exercise at night before I go to bed.
Yeah.
It'll help me sleep.
Maybe you should do some sit-ups right now.
Yeah, I don't think that's a good idea.
Drop and give me 20, soldier!
No.
20,000.
I can do those sit-ups for you.
What?
I don't think that's how it works.
No, it's not. That don't really benefit me.
I heard of a streamer who every time he was playing some hard video game and every time he died he'd do 10 push-ups. He's a real dude, bro, though. So I only watched him for a few minutes and was like, "This is really stupid." Also sucks at video games, so he did a lot of push-ups.
He spent more time doing push-ups than playing the game.
Well, you see, that's my concern in that respect too. If I did something like that, because
I
also suck in video games.
This stream is more exercise than game now.
Oh, well, I do know somebody who actually lost like 40 pounds by streaming himself playing Let's Dance. He actually became pretty well known by doing it too. Even got interviewed by the people who own Twitch.
Cool.
I feel like
Yeah, he's a nice enough guy.
Push-up dork. If every time you die, you stop and do a bunch of push-ups, you kind of be like abusing your dexterity a little bit.
That's true.
So,
that's
like,
a fair point.
You need fine motor control, not raw strength.
I thought for a second you were saying each time you die, you go and do push-ups and die inside.
That's kind of
taking a shot.
That's kind of me with push-ups these days. I could do them fine in high school, but I weighed like 170 in high school.
If you did more than
I have no such thing as arm strap.
I did marching band in high school. I pretty much I spent like 5 hours a day practicing with a 30-pound saxophone hanging from my neck. I was pretty spry at the time.
Brass albatross.
We digress.
That's a good way to put it.
One sec.
Yeah, if you did more push-ups than you should, you'd wind up tensing the heck out of your pectoral muscles, which would like give you stitches in your ribs for no reason.
I get achy climbing up the stairs.
The tip of Teddy's tail is kind of sticking out of his cage.
Oh no.
It's super cute. I have to poke it.
He's poking the bunny.
Poking
Hey there,
the
Teddy.
bunny.
Sorry, I startled you.
The bunny
That
is
was
being
too
poked.
cute.
Oh wow.
Bonnie. Bon.
Bon.
Cinnabon.
Oh.
He's only managed to get on stream very briefly once.
And then he hate the camera.
No, it was
He would.
it was one of the times that John and Melissa were over. I don't think it was during a Subnautica stream. It was probably whatever was what were we playing before that?
I think it was one of the times when he definitely should not have been out during the stream.
I think it was the first time we had him out during the stream.
Because there were exposed cords all over.
Yeah, but we realized that we were having to pay very, very close attention, which we couldn't really do while we were streaming. But he was hopping all around, and he jumped directly into Melissa's lap, like from the floor.
Oh.
Which startled her. But it was
Well,
it was super cute anyway.
That's kind of adorable, yeah.
Did you at least clip that?
Oh no, it was probably too small to see though.
Oh,
darn. Yeah, I know a streamer who actually has her pet bunny out at all times.
Aw.
Oh gosh, yeah, she's real cutie herself. She's apparently Brazilian, and she is like this tiny Brazilian girl.
I mean,
And
Natara
she's obsessed with bunnies.
Natara is a bunny and a cat, and normally sometimes they just get on the couch behind your camera for streaming.
Well,
in any case,
Speaking of cats on the couch, they're just
Which
both
one?
right there.
you have to keep in mind your camera is super damn tiny in that setup.
Yeah, I know.
That's the cat.
He has a
And
very fussy
I can't.
couch.
Yeah. Oh, good. I did get both of them in the shot. And Daniel.
Oh no, Daniel's in the shot. Hi, Daniel. You don't want people to see you.
Now, he's always being seen.
Yeah, I was going to say he was probably in the shot before. Yeah.
Forever in the shot.
I'm everywhere.
And yet nowhere. He is Schrodinger's cat.
Well, the good news is it's nigh impossible to see you anyway because the camera really is way too small.
Yeah, no details make it through.
Good, you can't see how badly I need a shave.
Even if the camera were like full, I don't think they'd be able to tell from that distance in this resolution.
Well, I mean, if the camera's all pixely, you know, it would be especially bad.
Just the 2 unexpected guests, then. Still, I suspect that each will prove useful in his own way. How dare he mock the Scions like that? If I ever had to sew a set of traveling clothes for him, I just might forget to take out the pins.
Ow!
Okay, that actually happened to me once.
Oh no.
Mended a blanket for me, and I didn't realize until a week later that she'd left all the pins inside when I, like, stabbed myself in the foot one night.
Ooh.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, I still make fun of her for that.
My blade shall carve a path through the Empire's ranks as a scythe fells stalks of wheat. So, swords to plowshares there? Plowshares to swords?
Yeah,
You could probably kill someone with a plowshare.
Mm-hmm. Never did I think to hear Gosetsu's voice echo through these halls. Truly, I had no idea Domans could be so loud. He and Yugiri could hardly be more different. Oh, I think he's going to fit right in.
Oh my, yes. You're gonna love Gosetsu.
The Mark 14 Thermocoil Boil Master. Dear me, how risible must the previous 13 iterations have been. I could design a more efficient water heater in the time it took that ill-conceived lump to become lukewarm.
Nero, shut up.
And then Tataru kicks him in the shins.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I have my Nexus kettle.
You do indeed.
That stupid kettle.
Mm-hmm.
Good gravy. I have enough trouble getting one Zodiac weapon. I don't know how you got 12.
What? Once I got them all past the book stage, it was easy. The book stage lasted forever, though. It was so bad.
I've been stuck on the book stage myself. It's because you can't solo most of those dungeons because of mechanics.
Yeah.
Plus, I get distracted drawing pictures of Temmie. That's seriously what I did this morning.
So, we have to wake up Omega, right? When do we start? Ida, are you sure that's... I'm sure, yes. I won't lie and say I'm completely fine, but I'll feel a lot better if I'm doing something useful. Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, thanks.
Hoi!
Hoi! I'm Temmie. And this is my friend Temmie. Hoi!
Hoi! Hoiv!
Hoives!
This is my friend Temmie. Hi, I'm Bob.
For the briefest moment, I thought you were creepily drawing pictures of Timmy Chang.
I have no idea who... I don't even know what
I mean,
Timmy Chang looks
technically
like.
accurate because...
Timmy Chang is the person who created Timmy. She was the co-artist.
Timmy!
Yeah. Oh, man, how would it be?
Not that Timmy.
No, Timmy is not Temmie. Something wrong.
Very well. I will remain here and continue coordinating our efforts with the Alliance. Elfino, mayhap you could return to Gridania and assist Y'shtola and Kryl? A fine suggestion. The rest of us will form the Cartano expedition party. Nero and I will focus on rousing Omega, while Adol, Ida, and our Doman friends take care of security.
Security.
The Excelsior is by the lake just outside town. We'll leave as soon as everyone is ready.
Nice.
I'm not sure if that guy's super hard or super easy to ninja around. On one hand, like, there's no not drawing attention, On the other hand, attention is being drawn to not you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hello there.
Oh, hey, you're wearing a familiar set.
I've been wearing it for quite a while, but I figured you'll never see what it is until you actually get it.
Yep.
I imagine in most of the cutscenes when your character is not present, your character is probably in the background just causing general mischief.
Also, we need to disband this group because you're about to enter a solo duty.
Oh, okay then.
I would love to see a character just kind of sneaking around and like go into a base and steal it. I mean, what are they gonna do? He's the warrior of light.
Yeah.
About what?
Oh, about him stealing random crap.
I mean,
it'd be like it'd be like an Elder Scrolls game, except you're actually moving around during the cutscenes.
Yeah.
It's like, I'll take this book and this platter and all these cabbages.
I mean, wouldn't be the first time, like, considering what happened at the end of the main game, like, we're not beyond any doubt of being captured and put to prison and being killed.
Yeah, except that the whole main point of that whole situation was that you were even allowed to walk around Ul'dah without any concern, just because the leaders of the other two nations were like, "You damn well better not arrest the Warrior of Light."
Mm-hmm. Well, it was mostly like, yeah, like we're going to believe that one.
Exactly. They obviously weren't fooled, and they
but
were like,
realistically,
yeah,
because the game could not let you not be in Ul'dah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah. It's funny, you approach some brass blade guarding the rising stones, and he's like, "Okay, I don't believe all that crap, but I still got to keep you out of here." But you know,
it's like, yeah,
there's a little self-preservation involved here too.
Because of plot reason, I can't let you enter one of the main cities. Doesn't matter if you have quest there, you're banned.
Yep.
Oh, well, I was talking more just to Rising Stones.
Gosetsu is an accomplished swordsman. Should it come to battle, he will prove a staunch ally. Would that I could say the same for Nero.
Nero's just an ass.
Will this contraption truly bear us through the skies? Soon, Omega, soon. I will see you rise again.
Yeah, Nero's a Horns's.
A Horns?
Horns, yes.
Sweet Brown Hell's reference.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, it's a world where where the only horses are like crazy mystical creatures, so yeah, that kind of makes sense, actually.
I thought there were horses in the East.
Are there?
At the very least, I remember that being a thing for the Year of the Horse New Year's event.
Oh.
Yeah, there's chicken horses. That's close enough.
Yeah, but they don't like the horse birds. The smell is overpowering to them. Apparently, chocobos smell way worse than horses do.
Or they smell in a way that they can't stand.
Yeah, they could just smell different from horses.
Have you ever smelled a bird cage that needs to be cleaned?
Oof.
It's like coriander. Some people like it, some people just hate it.
Coriander.
Or a little bit like eggnog.
I love eggnog too.
Yeah, but with eggnog, you either love it or you hate it.
Yeah.
Unless you're like me and you kind of like it and you kind of don't. It depends on the day. But I've always been kind of weird.
I was a bit lost for a while back there, but I'll be fine. Trust me. We haven't far to go. With any luck, we'll be in Cartano before Gosetsu graces the deck with his dinner.
Ew!
Oh. Do you have a crawling tumor again?
Yep. I have a short rat.
Yeah, a rat in my mom's shirt.
Oh.
He's very shy.
Oh, that's interesting.
I was gonna say he's very shy, except he does like to crawl down women's shirts, so maybe he's extremely forward.
Yeah, that ain't very shy. Rather forward when you think about it.
Once there, however, we had best be on our guard. Given that Aline Roai... Mom, how would you pronounce this?
I'm not sure I could do it better than you.
Roy.
Roy?
Roy.
Okay. Aline Roai was still active when Omega was discovered. We can be sure that the Empire has long been aware of its existence. And if Nero deemed it the obvious solution to the threat posed by this new primal, it is not impossible that Garlemald might do the same. Have your weapons ready and your wits about you. Something tells me we're flying into a fight.
Why? Because there's a white glow around me?
What do you mean, white glow? I don't know what you're talking about.
That's rather suspicious. I see nothing.
Oh no, don't worry, it's just the fort wall picking itself up again.
Ooh, yeah. Oh yeah, level 65.
Now
And
where
yet I
was
still
that?
can't get into bars. You know, because they say no minors.
I've enabled the teleporter. One brief jump and we shall arrive in Omega's control room.
How convenient. You've been here before.
Of course. It was no easy task threading a path through all the skirmishes. But how could I ignore the existence of such a fascinating toy? You may trust that my preliminary examination was suitably thorough.
Trust? Aye. I trust your appetite for technology.
We all just doing cutscenes at this point, because who should I find but the Batman wants to hang out like 15 minutes.
Sure.
Yeah, could just hit the teleport button and lead these guys into dust.
It's another guy with a gun hammer.
Something big.
I'll stay in the light.
It's close, isn't it?
Wait, he has a gun hammer and a gun shield. He's trying to be two guys at once.
Oh, this guy, he's kind of awesome too.
He's an interesting piece of work.
He's part Nero, part Rinwataten. Was that his name?
He's also part idiot, but that's another thing.
Ritalin?
Ritaten?
Whatever his name is, this guy is him, only without the intelligence, charm, or wit.
Oh, poor guy.
Yeah. Kind of unfortunate how stupid he is.
It's like all my name days have come at once.
For all the scouts the Empire could have sent. Take care of that brute, will you?
I call him Pete.
He does kind of look like a Pete.
God's damn
Fortunately,
it. Can't let Nero
not
tinker around in there by
him.
himself. I'm sorry to leave you to it, but I dare say you'll manage without me. This clod has no idea who he's dealing with.
LOL 2 monk.
I am Gosetsu, Samurai of Doma. You will rue your choice of opponent this day.
You guys like, yeah, I'ma punch you. And the Gosetsu is just awesome.
He doesn't kill anything, he's like, ah.
Okay,
He's kind of the opposite of Gosetsu too, because like Gosetsu is, you know, he's boisterous, but he's strong and he's loyal and just kind and all this other stuff, and this guy's just kind of a douchebag.
Okay.
No holding back.
Leave
this to me.
I also like how the other baddies are stuck
It's
nice
all
and
in
there.
They're just cheering you on.
They're just cheering. They're like, yay!
It's all over now.
Yeah, go Pete.
No
yeah,
retreat. No
we're rooting for you,
surrender.
dude.
Look upon us, Samurai Otama!
Oh, now the barrier's gone.
You watching,
yeah.
Pabalino? Your defense is lacking.
I have you!
Surrender. We have you outnumbered.
Oh, numbers is nothing, sir.
Nope. Wouldn't be the first time.
Seriously.
In sync.
Hey.
Are you still playing with those soldiers? I suppose I can lend you one of my toys, but only if you promise to give it back.
Yes. Oh, Nero.
Whee! It's his red armor.
It's 3 times as fast as the usual.
Behold, the Red Baron. Now end this nonsense. What the? No one told me they'd have Magitech armor. Forward! For the Empire!
Oh, gosh.
The honorless cur thinks to abandon his men? I shall see that he shares their fate. Pray attend to the rest of his minions.
Have fun, Gototo. Feel bad for these guys.
My best sense is going to have fun.
Feel sorry for the poor bastards who got that shit.
Nothing funnier than beating the crap out of stuff.
Woohoo!
It's all over now.
Yes, reckless blasting off enemies.
There we go.
Her words like
Wah.
on the screen. Words that describe you so well.
With soul and steel!
This one'll sting. No retreat. No surrender.
Gotta love how your machines destroy everything except your allies.
Mm-hmm.
Look upon us, Samurai!
Selective
Friendly
fire.
What's friendly fire?
Friendly fire doesn't exist in
Yeah.
this world. It is not a physical possibility.
We have devised bullets
No
that
holding
will
back.
prevent your friends from being hurt.
I'm pretty sure all weaponry in this game is mostly composed of Aether, so you actually have to not like the person in order to
It's my right to strike!
in order to actually damage them. Then again,
You watching,
there's a lot of
Pabalino?
battles where you kind of feel the character obviously feels bad about attacking someone, so maybe
An
that's
opening.
also annihilating giant groups of Imperials is quite a lot of fun.
It's all over now. Leave this to me.
Whoa! Hey there.
Soul and steel!
It's probably your job, stop. What you doing, Pete?
Deserting a battle is punishable by death? Like you just tried to do?
Yeah,
It's a double standard thing. You wouldn't understand.
Kind of.
This one'll sting.
I hate him so much.
No retreat. No surrender.
And then everyone proceeds to beat the other level files on it. Oh, that's fantastic.
It's kind of sad. He's just being crappy now.
Yeah, but he deserves it. Probably.
He hasn't even done much.
Oh, that's true.
He just showed up, made a couple of empty threats, and got punched a bunch.
Punch a bunch.
Look upon a samurai of Dhamma.
Isn't that one of the games on Price is Right?
No holding back.
Punch a bunch. Must have been a new one after Drew Carey
Your
showed up.
defense is lacking.
No, it was a pretty old one. I just don't remember if that's what it was called.
Tis my right to strike.
Well, I thought you were joking.
No.
Yeah.
It was that one where they had the board full of like things sealed behind paper tubes, or paper, like tubes with paper things sealing them, and you punched through, and then you pulled out a card that said how much it was worth, and then you keep that or go for the next one.
So it's like Deal or No Deal?
A little bit.
Oh, that's cool.
Also, congrats, you cleared the last duty of the expansion.
Yep, you're smooth sailing all the way up to
Temple
Dalmago.
stasis disengaged. All systems operational. Garland?
All clear on this side. It's waking up.
Remarkable. Omega sensors immediately detected the presence of the cocoon, even at this distance. They must have been set to scan for sources of energy exceeding certain magnitudes.
I still don't see any means to control the machine directly. It seems to have been designed to act wholly autonomously. Once we release Omega, we can be fairly certain it will attempt to capture the Primal at Belsar's Wall. Assuming its mission is successful, our only option at that point will be to re-engage its stasis system and put it back to sleep.
And should the machine happen to misbehave, we'll simply initiate an emergency shutdown. I confess we don't yet have a complete grasp of its capabilities, but I'm certain the details will not elude us for long.
Well, I understood less than half of that.
Well,
so,
yeah.
my
Well,
question
haven't
to you
spoken
is,
to me. I better
are we
head
doing
off.
the right thing?
Alright then.
All right.
See you guys.
Later,
Stay
dude.
cool.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Later.
Bye.
You're really making.
What do I think? All right. Step aside, Sid. Is this the thing I need to press?
Yes, that's the one.
You gave too much for us to waste this chance, Papalimo. So this is for you. And me.
Yes! Fly free, my pretty! Show us what you can do.
The launch sequence has begun. Omega is loose.
Oh man.
So worrying. I was making some serious assumptions.
And now for the main event of the evening.
Is it just Nidhogg again?
No. A much formidable foe that goes under the name of Shinryu.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, that would make sense. Considering both Omega and Shinryu were sealed in the void together. In 5.
Consistency in the lore.
Yep. They did a really good job of turning him 3D too. That looks just like it. Macross Missile Mayhem. Who needs to dodge?
Aiming is so overrated. Gondabo.
No. Oh dear. He did look kind of beetly to begin with. I like whoosh. I like how they played up the beetleness.
I was worrying about Titanic forces clashing.
It's like Odin and Alexander.
Not to mention how freaking tumultuous that made the local ether flows. Well, I'll bet you the elementals won't be happy about this.
Omega has stopped transmitting. But that shouldn't be. I didn't engage the stasis system.
And what does this signify? I have little understanding of these contrivances.
The launch went exactly to plan, but all signals emanating from Omega have ceased. This may indicate any number of things, but we will need to join the Scions out in the field if we are to ascertain which one.
Right. I've ordered a malfunctioning beast to go to sleep. That should prevent any unfortunate mishaps. I suggest we make our way back to Gridania.
Omega destroyed the cocoon. Papalimo's spell is fading. It was bound to his ether, you see. And if the connection is broken...
What does that mean?
I don't know, but it sounds sad.
I'm not sure why we lost contact with Omega, but I mean to find out. Let's be on our way.
What does it mean, I wonder?
Yeah, I'm pretty worried by what we saw from our third-person perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Namely, the two of them flying off in the same direction.
I come out of there and I see someone in my FC saying, how quickly a Shirk tank macro becomes a Shirk healer macro.
Oh.
One moment everything was functioning perfectly and the next it wasn't. It makes no sense. We need to see what happened for ourselves, and soon.
That's how a lot of failures work, Sid.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes they're presaged by things. But a lot of the sneakier ones just show up.
Yeah. I need to go record my life. I will be right back.
Everything's working perfectly normally until something snaps. Or explodes. Or something condenses where it shouldn't, and makes something explode. I don't think you had hydrazine in the car. Well, they wouldn't be able to prove you had it until it blew up. And even then, it wouldn't be clear why that could blow up like that. There would just suddenly be a lot less power and virtually no engine.
Some meth labs suddenly blow up too. But I think they know why that happens.
Oh yeah. And it would be able to tell you had some kind of nasty chemicals going on from all the nitric acid that would be hanging out nearby. But again, that might not necessarily be Z. Just, you know, some kind of unpleasant chemical with nitrogen in it. Which is so very many of them. It could have just been nitrocellulose. You never know. Of course, there are other questions about why that would be in the car. So correct me if I'm wrong, but the end of that third-party fight scene appeared to be Shinryu flying off and Omega giving chase?
Basically they're both flying off into the distance. As in crash landing.
Oh!
It's basically said that the fight ended up as a draw.
Okay, they beat the crap out of each other and now they're plummeting. Got it. Except one of them is a robot.
Yes. The other one is some death machine that was just conjured up by some dude.
Some jerk who had a couple of eyeballs he shouldn't have had. Stupid ass.
Couple of dragon eyeballs. That's the important details here.
Yep.
Can't just have any kind of eyeballs. Dragon eyeballs.
Couldn't someone have, like, shot him in the hand, make him drop one of the eyes?
I mean, it didn't really have to hold him. The whole point was like, you just had to start conjuring, and then the eyes was just the energy source. For all he cared, he could have just dropped them on the ground, and it still would have worked.
I mean, like, as soon as he whipped him out, before he started to activate him. They just let him do what he was gonna do, and then they let him plummet to his stupid death.
Fairly sure the moment people started dying, it was already too late.
At no point did I hear the cry go up of someone stop that idiot.
Oh, really? Apparently, I've already have an item I thought I didn't have.
Neat.
Well, that saved me some. That saved me some effort.
Always a convenience. Man, I have to go get one of these dreaded things and then put. Wait, I already have one? Very well.
That works.
When did they even get that?
Don't have to fight others to get that.
Fight otters?
Others. As in other people.
Oh, okay. They meant like sea otters or river otters.
I mean, you can fight them if you want to. That won't give you what you need.
Yeah, I'm sure it must give you like rocks and pieces of clam. Hams is in the bathroom. This could be a while.
Is he dying in the bathroom?
No, he's fine. It just takes a while sometimes. Remember, kids, always eat food other than meat and cheese.
Okay.
That's a good 10. I think the camera is staring into the back of his chair.
Yeah, I was wondering what's going on with that camera.
Like, the chair just rotated itself right in the way.
So that's basically curted.
Virtually all of the severity. The camera could have been staring at a house cat or something, but nope. Chair time.
Cheddar.
And the chair continues to rotate.
Oh, is the chair like on the part of the floor that's not completely leveled, and gravity is just doing its job?
It's not clear. I think it may be an issue with the chair's bearing, actually.
Apparently discomfort.
It does appear to be missing one bolt that I can see from here.
According to Hams, he says discomfort.
I'm sure it's comfortable. It's very padded. Tall.
I'm not talking about the chair, I'm talking about Hams having discomfort right now.
Oh.
Look at the chat.
Oh no.
Don't let the bathroom ring. Hello, Vid. We're waiting on Hams, who's currently burning in the bathroom. I hear sound in the distance.
Yes, that was me swiftly clomping back from the bathroom myself.
Oh. Oh no.
That's right, it was a different bathroom, and for a much shorter period of time. I have been accosted by a very large brown cat.
Hall of the Brownies.
Thank you. Internet cat o'clock.
That sounds legit.
Here, stay down. Softness beast. This probably isn't the best place for me to have put him. But yeah, this is where he is. Kitty, 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 kitty.
The cat will now finish playing the game.
Yes, Vince, this is your turn. Controller's right over there. David! Yes, clomp, clomp, clomp indeed. I'm sure absolutely next. Who knows?
One day. One day. But the question is, do you have time to mess up his character before he comes back? Meanwhile, Sid is like, "Are you gonna do something?"
Ooh, quick! What's the command for the Manderville dance?
She'll be Manderville, actually.
Just slash Manderville?
Yeah. She'll be slash Manderville.
Is it 1L or 2?
Manderville 2L.
The command slash Manderville does not exist.
Alright, just go to emotes in the menus and oh wait, you're on the PS4. Crap! Give me a second, I'm coming in the middle of not dying. Manderville dance, that's what you need to do.
Ah.
One word. No. Excellent.
engaging in shenanigans. That's a bit tomfoolery.
Everything was Everything's legit.
Now Sid's like, do you see this? See what he's doing? What's going on?
He's like, oh god, no. I remember that. There was that one zombie at one point who rose from the grave and started dancing like that.
Now if only we could torment Nero with such idiocies. He seems like someone who would definitely be annoyed by it.
I don't think he will get it.
What in these sandwich labs is that rhythmic tapping going on? Like, are there birds flapping about in this zone?
What, clapping? No, that's probably my keyboard.
Okay.
That's probably my keyboard, because DPS race, those are always the best. Gotta keep spamming stuff, make sure that nothing happens. Make sure we don't die because people are slow at killing stuff. You know, the usual.
Yep.
Yeah, we goddamn. We only hear my clicking mostly because there's nothing going on.
What?
We only hear my keyboard clicking because there's nothing going on right now.
Ah.
Rams has been lost in the great bathroom dungeon. Oh, crap.
There you go. I was tossing a cat to lay up in the air, and one of the cats was very interested. Not interested enough to get out of Mark's chair, but interested.
Return.
Oh my god, that's impossible.
Vince. It's okay, buddy.
But I'm taking your chair back.
Yes.
Unless you can play boring me.
He has thumbs.
He does have thumbs.
He doesn't even need thumbs.
Stay in my lap, Vince. Nope, nope, don't get on the desk.
That is not my lap.
I mean, unlike Remy, Vince is at least careful enough that I trust he won't break or knock anything over.
Yeah, Healy does that when he's in a hurry.
Yeah.
Also, I like how brightly blue your caps or your unblock light is illuminating his fur.
Mm-hmm.
None of which the camera's getting savvy.
No. And down he goes.
That was an impressive move, actually. He didn't trust that shelf of his weight, so he made sure he hopped off the main portion.
Yup. Alright. Alphino looks like he has news for us. I almost dread to ask.
Surprised Sid didn't say, why were you doing that ridiculous zombie dance?
Words can ill express how glad I am to see you all unharmed. When Omega came hurtling towards the cocoon, everything dissolved into chaos.
Good old chaos.
I have to see it. I have to see it with my own eyes. Ida, wait! We must first... The Elder Seedseer is expecting this. Worry not, Alphino. Gosetsu and I will watch over her. You may safely attend your meeting. My thanks, Yugiri. The council reconvened a short while ago. Let us make haste for the Lotus Stand. All there are eager to hear your testimony.
Saw a robot fight a dragon for a while. They shot beams at each other.
Shooting beams every day. The Elder Seedseer awaits you within. Another calamity averted, eh? How many times now have you and yours hauled us back from the brink? 'Twould seem Garland's little friend was as good as his word. Had I not instructed you to throw Nidhogg's accursed eyes into the abyss, all of this might have been avoided. I thought them beyond reach.
What is beyond reach when Asians are involved?
My friends, full eagerly have we awaited your return. Few indeed could have discharged the duty entrusted to you, and most humbly do we thank you for seeing it done. You are too kind, Elder Seedseer. As I recall, we as good as demanded the right to try. But tell me, how did the battle unfold? We succeeded in waking Omega, aye, but we lost contact with the weapon shortly after it launched. From our position in the control room, we were blind to all that followed. What words could do justice to such a scene? None of my choosing, that much is certain. But I can give you the facts. The cocoon hatched even as Omega arrived, and from its midst rose a great dragon. The pair duly set about each other in the skies over Girabania. The primal's might defied belief. It seemed the very heavens would be rent asunder by the force of its blows, and it wielded such magics as I have never seen, and hope never to see again. The battle raged on with no end in sight until both combatants were engulfed in a blinding flash of light. When the radiance faded, I saw the pair fall motionless from the sky, coming to rest somewhere on Alamegan soil. I will not speak for the rest, but to my eye, it seemed that each had landed a fatal blow upon the other. While most among us could think only of Bahamut when looking upon the primal's form, the Domans were heard to whisper the name Shinryu. It would appear that the being resembles a creature of Far Eastern legend, and we have found it convenient to refer to it as such. This Shinryu's fate, and indeed that of Omega, is yet unknown. We have, alas, no eyes on the Girabanian side of the border. Aye, which is why we have sent our main force under the command of Marshal Tarupin to capture the wall. With the Imperials in disarray, we have the perfect opportunity to secure Gridania's border and assess the aftermath of the impact. I myself will join the Marshal and his men when the council is adjourned. Well, that explains a few things. I'll wager that flash of light coincided with our loss of contact. Lest you wonder, we quickly re-engaged Omega's stasis systems, so even if it has fallen into the Empire's lap, it will be of no use to them, save perhaps as a statue. Correct. Without me to guide their efforts, it would take them decades to decipher Omega's core functions, if they managed it at all. Such reassurances do much to calm our fears, yet the relic's fate is but one of several concerns. Indeed, I humbly submit that the time has come for us to make contact with the Resistance representatives in Girabania. Though Ilberd has forced our hand, it would seem only logical to seek an alliance, given the inevitability of Imperial retaliation, and by working in concert, it is not impossible that Alamigo might finally be wrested from Garlemald's grasp. This operation to take the wall will be Ishgard's first military action under Alliance banners. Though I have no appetite for bloodshed, a part of me is glad of the chance to begin reparations for our past inaction. Pray accept my humblest and most earnest thanks once again, Warrior of Light. Had Shinryu been suffered to roam free, the Twelveswood would surely have been laid waste. I go to oversee operations at Baelsar's Wall. You have done your part. Leave us to handle the initial Imperial reprisal, and rest while you may. If, as seems likely, we put Omega into stasis after... what did they call it? Ah yes, after Shinryu was defeated, we should have little to fear from either one of them. I should very much like to see this Shinryu creature for myself. When the Primal emerged, I was for an instant transported back to Cartano, to the moment the Black Worm made an eighth hell of the battlefield. Gladly would I live out the rest of my days without seeing such a sight again. You must be exhausted. I would ordinarily suggest that we retire directly to the Rising Stones, but I wonder if we might first make a small detour. Y'shtola and the others have gathered at Amarisse's spire, and I imagine that you too would be interested to see what has become of the wall now the cocoon is gone. It is decided then. Lead on. Lead on, he says, as he walks off ahead of me.
Walks off and fades away like a weirdo. hope my idiotic repast isn't too audible over there.
I mean, I can barely hear it, so.
Hear what?
Daniel eating.
Oh. They're more likely hearing my clicking than is eating.
Yeah.
Is this boss could die? I wouldn't have to click that much.
Because from my perspective, these Pop-Tarts are being kind of deafening.
Oh.
Only the curse of Garlemald would sully such beauty with that black iron monstrosity. Those animals respect nothing and no one. Ida is there, atop the spire. She has done naught but gaze silently at the wall for some time now. Oh, thank the 12! After witnessing Omega's single-minded onslaught, I had visions of you being trapped between it and its target. Hardly the most rational concern, I concede, but if you had seen what I saw... No trace of the cocoon remains. 'Tis as if it never existed.
My friends, I cannot well express how glad I am to see you both unharmed. They say that Omega's clash with the Primal shook the very firmament.
You need not have worried. The battle took place far above the ground. We were able to observe in relative safety, though I'm given to understand that there were casualties on the far side of the wall.
It was like watching a nightmare unfold before our very eyes. Ilberd's primal manifested in the form of a colossal dragon, a being of pure violence. It burst forth from the cocoon with such terrible force.
That such a horror should spring from the eyes of Nidhogg comes as no surprise. Nor do I wonder at its form. Ilberd all but announced it in the moments prior to his death. Plainly, it was his dying wish to visit a second calamity upon the Empire.
And I am quite certain the abomination would have obliged had it not found itself outmatched by Omega. Gods! I am no stranger to the works of Alag, but even I was unprepared for the machine's furiosity. It beggared belief.
And how fares poor Ida in the midst of all this? Have you spoken with her?
She's up on the platform, lost in thought. We deemed it best not to disturb her, but mayhap she would welcome some company after all. Shall we? The light's gone. It was all we had left of him.
Ida.
I don't blame anyone. I knew what was going to happen. I knew the spell Papalimo meant to cast would drain away his life force. I knew that it would only buy us a little time. Ida, there is no need to explain. But there is. I can't hide in Papalimo's little shadow anymore, and I shouldn't hide behind my sister's mask. 20 years ago, on the day the Empire marched into Alamigo, I was still just a child, not even 5 summers old.
My father had been one of the leaders of the revolution. He had fought to overthrow the Mad King, Theodoric.
Theodoric of York. Wrong Theodoric.
And my sister had fought alongside him. But she was strong and kind, and always knew what to do. But when the Garleans came, everything changed. My father went to war against them too. And I never saw him again. After that, I remember a lot of running. My sister dragged me for malms and malms until we came to the city of Charlian. That was where she met Master Louis Soir. He introduced her to the Circle of Knowing, and she eventually became an Archon.
She was your inspiration. Is that not why you took up her mask and her name? Or did you simply mean to continue what she had started?
You've known all along, haven't you? That I wasn't Ida.
Of course. We all recognized you at once. 'Twas Papalimo who persuaded us to maintain the charade.
It was silly to think I could fool you. I knew that even then, but I sort of decided not to know. Ida died 6 years ago, on a mission to smuggle refugees out of Alamigo. They say she was overwhelmed by Imperial soldiers when she stayed behind to save a little girl. She was so strong. There must have been a lot of them.
So 6 years ago, that would be just before the start of A Realm Reborn, right?
6 years ago will be right before 1.0 started.
Oh.
Because 5 will be like before the Calamity.
But then why would it matter what her identity was as far as we were concerned?
For us, nothing. For the science, everything.
Right.
I'm sorry for lying to you. My real name is Lise. When Papalimo brought me Ida's mask, it was meant as a keepsake, but I decided I wanted to be his new partner, to keep alive all the good that she had done. I didn't want to become Ida, exactly. At the time, though, I still didn't know who I was myself, and it almost seemed easier to play the role. Papalimo agreed to help, of course, but it was never what he wanted for me. He wanted me to walk my own path, and those were his final words to me. The Archon's mark he gave me is faded, and my last excuse along with it. So this is it. Whatever I choose to do from now on, I do as Lise. And I choose to continue my family's fight. I want Alamigo to be the country that Ida and my father always wanted it to be.
War is upon us once more.
Do you regret standing against the Empire? Would you have chosen a different road, knowing what you know now?
To claim that I never doubted the decision would be a lie. But I made my choice, and I have defended it with blade in hand ever since.
The battle continues, and our steel is needed. Come, Shadow Walker. We leave for the east, for Doma.
It was brave of Lise to remove her mask after so long. Though she has scarce begun to come to terms with Papalimo's loss, that one act made plain her determination to move forward. And should she ever falter, we shall be there to support her on this road she is resolved to walk. Let us return to the Rising Stones. We have quite a story to tell to Taru and my sister.
Over the Boil Master. Question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Hat, gloves, or boots?
Huh?
Hat, gloves, or boots?
Conceptually.
Gloves?
Alright, I'm gonna upgrade those then.
Okay.
I just need to figure out what am I using my weekly upgrade on.
Ah.
Also, credit roll.
Yay.
You did it. Now you gotta wait there 15 minutes. Congratulations. Meanwhile, happy birthday to G64. So that was Heaven's Ward.
Cool.
It was a long journey.
Mm-hmm.
With dragons and more dragons and, would you believe it, more dragons.
All the dragons.
But now you get to enter the second expansion. Which means everything unlocks, including all the class quests you couldn't access before.
Hooray.
So not that you have everything leveled up to 70, hint hint, that means you probably got about 30 to 50 class quests. Chapel quest, whatever you want to call them. Also, you get to do the most thrilling thing of entering a new area that you can't fly, so you have to gather all the stuff so you're able to fly.
Oh boy. I'm sure I will become intimately familiar with each zone.
So how do you like the cliff over? I was about to say cliff over. The cliffhanger.
It doesn't seem quite so much like a cliffhanger as it is like the definite close of a chapter with the definite promise of more to come, and I am certainly curious about what there is to discover.
Vortex.
All the portents.
All the portents. Meanwhile, we're literally 3 months away from the end of Stormblood.
I can make it in time, right?
Maybe. How long are you gonna take on finishing your Rico weapons first?
I don't know.
Because let me tell you, don't.
Oh, but I will. I must.
Finish the goddamn story first, then you can go lose yourself in there.
Okay, yeah.
That sounds fair.
Because let me tell you, The greatest thing about Eureka is first you have to level up because you start as a level 1.
Fun.
And then after you level up, you actually start farming.
Gasp.
So yeah, don't put your effort there first. Have some decency on yourself. What happened if I retrieve that material? Will it blow up my face? Hey, it did not blow up my face. This one will, though. But I don't care because it was just a stupid spell speed.
It'll be like snow and dragons.
Then Heaven's Ward.
No, you weren't too attached to Nephilim. That thing was sad.
Mm-hmm.
Remember how the things that happened there? When you beat it up, the guy that was possessed by a giant dragon, and then the guy became fine, and then he retired.
Well, he apparently wrote a book about dragons.
Papa Limo.
But yeah, the bit that I was spoiled on had to do with the fact that it was giving out a very spoilerific title in game.
What title?
It was giving the title Papa Limo's Last Witness, or Papa Limo's Final Witness.
Oh.
But they fixed that maybe within a week.
Because they kind of realized, oh, wait.
Yeah.
Maybe we shouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we shouldn't have done that. Damn you, Kaji Fox! And thus, everybody was spoiled. They were like, come on, man.
Yeah.
I need better materials at this point. The materia I have is kind of lacking. Well, the good news though, my item set is now high level 391.
Nice.
It's weird to say that eye level 400 is a thing now.
It feels like a gratuitously high number.
That's because balancing. They realize, at one point we can't just cap stuff by levels, that makes no sense. Well, I guess we'll cap it by gear. That means we need to make stronger gear for the same level.
Yep.
I mean, to be fair, at least it allows us to go through like the first half of the next level cap without changing gear. So you don't see me complaining. Then by the time you get through that, well, what do you know? A gear just dropped from those quests.
Gear.
Metal gear.
Metal Gear.
Also, technically speaking, you just have to finish this quest. You don't even have to start the next story quest, but then all your class quests unlocks.
Nice.
Like, just finishing this specific quest will just say, well, now you are Stormblood ready. Time for you to learn all the skills you were not able with those quests. Although I will warn you, it's not as free-giving as the previous ones, as is you'll probably learn the stuff you can learn from those quests at the very end of it. Like, for example, Summoner, like, you don't learn anything until the final quest, but then you learn the best thing.
Nice. That's like the manifesting the small Bahamut, right? Relatively small Bahamut.
Yes. The my Bahamut.
Yes.
I forgot what you learn as Black Mage, but this kind of adds more to the Enokin thing.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's a combo, like, the longer you keep Enokin, the buffer you get or something. Dark Knight gives you Blackest Night, which is the best thing ever.
Oh yeah? What does that do?
Blackest Night gives you a damage buffer, which means you don't take damage until the buffers run out, and when the buffer runs out, it also fills up your blood gauge.
Nice.
So then you can just outright go all ham and then re-Blackest Night. So yeah, you keep your buffer going as long as you keep MP fresh. You can just Blackest Night as soon as the timer is back.
Cool.
It makes tanking so much more well, I don't want to say easy, but so much more
satisfying.
Satisfying and effective, because then you can just spam out your blood gauge attacks.
Mini Bahamut. Is that like a, what do they call it, Chibi Calamity?
No, that would be the little wind-up Dalamud minion.
They call it Half Pint Bahamut.
Does it explode and release a dragon?
There are two versions of it. One that just, like, kind of, it's closed up and it kind of floats around and goes a little bit from time to time.
Just menaces.
And then there's one where it's apparently a tiny Bahamut just with the Dalamud on his head. Just like neck down of him is outside of it, and it's just his head.
If it weren't so morbid in universe, that'd be adorable.
Yeah.
It's adorable and terrible.
Also, you knew about the whole lease thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know... Well, just... I asked about the whole timeline of it, because I wasn't clear on that, but I did get the whole lease is Ida thing.
Now, funny thing, and kind of still trying to figure that one out, because, like, 1.0 was confusing as crap. So the whole point of the beginning story of 1.0, when you're, like, starting in your city, apparently they kind of make it like you're, like, on a super Hecko mode and you're just visiting there, like, way earlier than the current time. Like, it's easier to believe it with Tancred, because Acilia, kid Acilia, then, like, the next cutscene, hey, she's grown up. Whatever.
Yeah.
But apparently that also applied to the other two places, Limsa and Gridania, and that will imply that the Ida that you meet there in 1.0 before, like, the Path of 12 thing was the original Ida.
I don't really remember anything that would imply that it was like some sort of super echo, though. I do remember, like, some sort of echo-esque premonition about the
I'm just going through, like, some information scattered around, but the fact that Acilia is, like, a kid and then you passed out and you wake up in the inn and then now she's all grown up is kind of like, well, what do you got here? You just entered into a major echo, and then you were already at the inn, and then the first half of the game was basically you having that echo.
Huh.
Then if you got knocked out and were in a coma for 10 years or so. Long enough for a kid to grow up.
But like, it's confusing. Like, if I didn't read it up, and like, if Mephilia was not a thing, I probably would have never noticed.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. But yeah. Also, apparently, it's because the other clue is that the meteor shower is supposed to have happened like 10 years ago, 15 years ago, or something.
Oh, okay. That I didn't realize.
I need to double check the fact. Yeah, because like it also happens no matter which path you took, but it happens at the same time. So like, if it happened during Ulda, and you're still in that big flashback with Media Cilia, then it's to assume that it also happened in Gridania and it happens at the same time. Anyway, the whole point of this is that might have been the only time you actually see the real Ida.
Okay.
Of course, back in the day, there was no such thing as a fake Ida because they caught it out during Heaven's Ward.
Right.
Goes plot twist. Meanwhile, we're dealing with a brand new brand of plot twists for Stormblood, and oh boy, you're going to have a field work with that. Like all the crazy theories are now available. But that also means you're this close to reaching Kugane now.
Woohoo!
Which you allowed yourself to stay behind for so long. I don't know why.
I've got some stuff up here about timeline stuff, like since 1.0 and how it pertains to Ida.
One day I shall probably get the encyclopedia or something.
Yeah, I would like to as well. And I wish they would make one for Vana'diel. Damn it.
Vanna who? Hey, another pot helm.
Vana'diel, the realm where the gods aren't fake. They're just sleeping. Mostly.
Yep.
Forever. I'm always being reminded just how long the credits of this game is. Not just because they showed it to us for like 5 times now. And they're going to show it to us in a 6th time in about 3 months. Hey, let's remind you of all the people that work on that game.
So I noticed that Loudman and Ninja Girl went back home. I suppose they come back?
You cut off, so I missed like Alpha what you said. You said Ninja Girl and Loudman.
Yes, they apparently went back home to deal with the problem in their homeland.
Yeah.
You still cut off, but yes, they are heading back to Doma. Which, if the intro video have betrayed already those expectations, is probably where you're going to go at one point. Kappa.
Okay. Because you're talking about, like, this is the best guy in the expansion. And he goes home, like,
I mean, it's just like at the end of the real game with, like, Far Edge of Fate and even then Dreams of Isis, they slowly introduce you to, hey, Ishgard's a thing. Well, what do you know? You're going to Ishgard. And here what happens? Oh, well, there's stuff in Alamigo that's going down right now. Oh, and also there's also this stuff in the Far East going on. Guess where you're going? So far, they've been cryptic for the Shadowbringers now.
I've been trying not to spoil myself on any of the Shadowbringers media. So I only know the barest little bits and pieces.
To be honest, yes, you shouldn't, because there's a massive spoiler for Stormblood in there.
I figured there probably would be.
And second of all, I feel like, well, some people think we're being gaslighted on something, and that's probably gonna blow up like in April with the final part of the story.
Yeah.
I have my own theories, but I can't explain to you because that would require you to have played through Stormblood.
I've gotten the indications that Shadowbringers is finally taking us to Garlemald.
See, this is the part that I think is gaslighting, because they said we're going to be taking care of the Garlemald Empire, not that we're going to Garlemald.
Ah, okay.
So, like, I'm fairly sure probably I'm fairly sure the end game for that one is basically, yeah, we're going to go fight the Emperor, some whatever, thing or whatever. But that doesn't mean we're going to Garlemald most of the time. That's kind of like the last dungeon of the main game of Stormblood was Alamigo.
Mm-hmm.
We never went to Alamigo.
Okay.
Alamigo was just a dungeon. So, like, it could be that. I feel like there's something more that they're not telling us right now.
Yeah.
Trying to explain, well, one will be spoilers, and two will make you no sense because you haven't seen the rest of the story of Stormblood to actually understand.
Right.
That being said, Blue Mage is not a Shadowbringers thing, so hopefully you start doing that. It's available now in Limbs of Lamenta.
Yep, I've gotten it to level 43.
Good. Damn it, you're fast.
And I've been making so many materia spirit bonding stuff as I level up.
I believe it.
I hit the achievement living in a materia world, which is for converting 1,000 pieces of gear into materia.
I feel like I did that already.
Yeah. I went and looked and noticed before I started Blue Mage that I was about...
But you must have done that already, unless you cheated your way with money on your relic weapon, your Zodiac weapons.
Oh, I bought a lot of materia for that.
Wow.
Like there was no way that I was going to... Like, I had a whole lot that I had accumulated to that point, but that was enough to get me, like, most of the way through my first one.
I think I dealt in materia myself on tier 1 and tier 2, because getting those spirit bonded was easy,
right,
fast. It was like, buy that gear set, just go outside, blast a couple of scorpions, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
Tier 3s, though, I probably decided to buy them because they were less reliable, I guess the name is.
Yeah.
There's a Poogie minion? What? So, probably not really relevant to you, but there are some classes that does not require you to go to the new places to actually do a finish. The one I'm thinking right now is Summoner.
Okay.
I was able to complete Summoner without even starting Stormblood at all. Black Mage is a different thing. You actually need to go in one area in there.
Yeah.
But it's an early one, so like you can just get started and then you can get that taken care of rapidly. Samurai, obviously, you kind of need to be there because...
Of course.
Of course. Dark Knight. Dark Knight, you don't even need to go there, I think.
Okay.
Dark Knight is just basically, hey, oh no, wait, no, I'm wrong. There's the second half of Dark Knight requires you to go in the early areas.
Okay.
Crafting. Some crafting quests actually involves you to go there. You know what? Just go there. Make your life easier.
Wait, they misspelled cello in the credits. They put an H in there.
See, hello?
Maybe it's not the cello. It's shallow.
Yeah, now I'm wondering, is that a different thing? I feel like if it was... it said violin, that, and then something else.
Actually, they wanted to write it right, but then the magician was like, no. It's spelled cello. I want it spelled cello. Don't even dare. Have you ever been to Kurogane?
I have not.
Shirogane, rather.
Mm-mm.
Because I think if you have like a free company that has an estate there, you have the ability to teleport. Even though you didn't have access to it via the story, you could technically go there because your free company has a house there.
Cello, with an H, was the brand of internet service provider activities of Liberty Global Europe, a provider of broadband internet access via cable in Europe.
Okay. So it has nothing to do with music. Excellent.
Yep.
Also, level 5 help in this? Your crafting jobs, they're at 70, right?
Almost.
Oh, because I was about to ask, even if you didn't finish Heavensward and start Stormblood, were you still able to get yellow script? But if none of them are 70, then
no, they're all. I think my lowest one is 66, and I don't think any of them have hit 69 yet.
What about your gatherings?
Gathering is slightly lower.
Oh. Goes like my gathering, like, I used that with the custom deliveries, and then that went up like a skyrocket.
Yeah, I used custom deliveries to immensely boost my fishing level. Like, it was at level 52, and then I did a few of those, and it surpassed my botanist.
Oh hey, you can now finish the quest.
Yes. You should have seen the look on Tataru's face when I recounted Lise's. I realize in retrospect that I should perhaps have waited for you to return. I also told Alice. Apologies.
You spoiled it.
He may have mentioned, but Alphino has apprised me of all that came to pass in Gridania. Your only task now is to rest. This is the calm before the storm. Of blood,
So Alfino just basically gave away the punchline, and there was no camcorder for us to record the reaction.
Dang.
Damn it.
Lise has chosen her path, and as her friends we must do what we can to support that choice. We are fated to join the conflict in any case. Once the Alliance has taken the wall and opened the way to Girabania, we will have little choice but to fight. Which is not to say the cause is unworthy. After all, ignoring the plight of those whom one might conceivably save is not wisdom but indolence, correct? I, for one, look forward to joining hands with the Alamegans and striking a blow against the tyranny of the Empire, as I rather suspect do you.
I'm going on vacation.
Ooh, cutscene.
A little teaser.
Mm-hmm. Quick march! The Imperials will soon come to their senses, and we must be ready to face their retribution. It is almost time, Father. Aye, almost. Stand firm, Pippin. I learned to brace myself against the charge of the Bull of Alamigo. No foe will dislodge me.
Also, his sword is almost as tall as him.
Yup. Very well, Ilbert. I will take our homeland back. For the both of us. Interesting book ending there. Just...
It's not.
Exactly what he wanted.
My Lord Viceroy, our scouts have confirmed the preliminary reports. Baelsar's wall has fallen to the Eorzean Alliance. The hunt for Omega and the unknown Icon continues, though both yet elude us. My lord, their battle caused considerable damage across the region. Should we perchance divert some of our forces from the search to undertake necessary reconstruction work? Forgive me, my lord. I did not intend... Your will be done. Unknown? My spies tell me the Domans call it Shinryu, and that it proved a match for Omega. Yes, the coming days promise to be most interesting. Most interesting. A very Gendo smile view there. At the far edge of fate, the road begins anew. The heroes look to eastern skies and behold their crimson hue. A dawn of liberation, a gathering storm of blood. "5 minutes of fate." Alright, so that seems like a good time to end the stream.
We're done!
Woo! Thank you thank you for joining me, Nightshade. Thanks for helping out with the Belsar's Wall.
You're welcome.
And providing commentary the rest of the time. And for just kind of urging me on towards actually finishing.
It all started when you didn't do Gears of Change, and we couldn't do the primals.
Yep.
It was like, God damn it, Himes.
So, and thanks for watching, everybody. Daniel and I will be back on Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern, where we'll be hopefully beginning Borderlands 2. It depends on whether or not my new mouse arrives in time. This one has kind of started to die, and playing a first-person shooter without a reliable mouse is not the best idea.
You said not the best idea. I hear a challenge.
The thing is, like, sometimes I'll go to click, sometimes it doesn't click, sometimes it double clicks. So,
excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot you can do about a number of things that go wrong with a mouse, but once one of those little micro switches starts going out,
Yep.
The only fix is to replace the micro switch.
So anyway, yeah. Thanks again. Hope to see you another time. Good night, everybody.